Are you new to jewellery making? Then tune in to our Designer Inspiration Show every day between 1 and 5 for our new 2 sections. We'll help you get started and give you all the knowledge and inspiration you need. Also, we'll be introducing you to a new medium every day. Whether you're a beginner or intermediate, we've got everything you need to get you started with a new hobby. The Designer Inspiration Show, only on JewelleryMaker.
The fastest way to shop with JewelleryMaker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
Alison, my aim was true. Hello everybody. Do you know that song, Alison?
I don't.
Do you not know that song?
No.
By Elvis Costello.
That's the first time I've heard an Alison song.
Oh,
So you made my day.
It's amazing. It's one of the nicest songs ever. Hello, good afternoon everyone to Designer Inspiration. I'm the inspiration and Alison is the designer. So between us, we're going to give you an incredible show. I may have a little sleep halfway through while Alison's telling about Wirework. I've been here all morning.
Have you come from the other side?
I've come from the other side, Alison. I've come from the other side. Yeah, I've learnt northern language as well through my wife and through watching Take That DVDs. Are you excited about the kits you got?
I am. I had great fun with these kits.
You made some amazing stuff.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. No, I've had great fun and tried a few different things. So yeah, we're going to have fun.
And how long did they give you this time on that one?
Oh, I actually had quite a while this time.
Is that, yeah. Right. Okay, that's.
I've had a little break. I think it's been 2 weeks. So.
Oh, good. Good. Look at you, moonlighting. Yeah. That is amazing. If you love your wirework, you are watching the right show, the perfect design inspiration show. I'm Drew Nicholls, by the way, in case you didn't know. Some call me the golden wonder from down under. Other people call me other stuff, but I won't repeat that on the telly. I've got exciting breaking news about Charlie, Alison.
Oh, go on.
Literally, this is hot off the press. Okay, I have walked from the lounge upstairs, and I quickly phoned my wife to tell her I was going to be late. And can you cook me some dinner? And as I was walking down, Charlie has eaten a sandwich.
Oh, fantastic!
You have no idea. You have no idea. Charlie eating sandwiches.
Oh, he doesn't like sandwiches.
Is going to change our life. Well, because you have to make. If you can take sandwiches, take a little box of sandwiches out. You know.
Yeah, easy.
Everything in it. It's like Charlie's eating the sandwich.
What did you put in it?
Well, I don't know. I think he had Philadelphia in it.
Nice.
Other spreads are available. I think he had Philadelphia in it too. Yeah. But once we've got him eating sandwiches,
sky's your limit.
That's like amazing. That's like
Picnics.
amazing. Yeah. So it's the ease of his lunch, people. All the people without children and they're like, I don't get it. Why is that so exciting? If you've got kids and they didn't eat sandwiches for a long time, you'll understand.
You see, I don't have that problem. My Labrador eats everything.
Oh, Charlie eats most things, he's just not in a sandwich.
Not in a sandwich.
That's the trouble. Right, Alison,
Yep.
I'm sure that we've got lots of people very excited seeing the pieces that you've got. We've got an amazing wire bundle coming up.
I know.
In your honour as well.
It looks fantastic.
See your little eyes light up. And these are all separate, these, by the way, not a bundle.
This new wire is fantastic,
They put
I have
them
to
right
say.
there just to confuse me, Alison.
Did they?
I've been told I've got to try and keep Alison under control because she'll keep talking. She'll keep talking. So between the two of us, no one's going to get a word in edgeways, are they? Really? But it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure.
It's great.
I've met Alison before, but never done a show with her. So might be the last time.
I'm not that
well,
bad.
Put it this way, I'm supposed to be on tomorrow, this show as well, Alison. So if I'm not on tomorrow, you know they didn't like what went on today. Right, welcome. We've got some deals, as always, to get through before we go over and see what Alison's been up to over the last week. We have got Silver Surprise Incorporated. I like that. No, we should call it Incorporated. I like that. Yeah, silver. Not every bundle. Silver Surprise Incorporated. I'm not even going to try and hold that up. You know, have we got a shot of it? There we go. That's better, isn't it? We've got a whole host of pieces on here. You've got silver plated copper wire, 1.25 millimeter. Now that's quite. That's a good thickness. That's for your framework, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to learn a lot of you today, Alison.
Oh, good.
All right. So, but I know little bits, but I'm very much, you know, sort of early days. So I ask the mundane questions, which, you know, we never know who's watching. You know, we've got people that are watching just to see you and to see the amazing stuff you can do with wire work and to maybe increase their skills. We've also got people that are watching for the very first time. So, whatever your level, you've got entry level Drew and exit level Alison over the other side there. So we've got you sorted today. We've got 118 pieces in this. So if you are thinking of getting into your wire work, if you are thinking I need some findings, this is an incredible collection for it. It's an essential finding kit. This is like if you want to start and you want a little bit of everything, you want the whole lot. We've got your head pins in there. You got, I mean, these are gorgeous pieces here. You can make your little. I've seen these with the little earrings, can't you? You can drop the beads on. You've got those very ornate little head pins on the end.
Absolutely.
Nice way to finish them off.
Your head pins you can use for all sorts of stuff. Yeah, you can actually make a complete earring out of them. You can use them to make a bubble charm bracelet. You can use them as links. I've even seen them used as clasps. I've used them to finish off the end by binding round other things.
Yeah.
You can use them for all sorts of things.
So this is a bit of a starter kit. This really, it's everything you need to get you inspired to try out a few pieces. Get a couple of strands. You know, get the starter kit here. You've got a meter of chain. There is so much in this kit for you. You've got your 5 centimeter ribbon ends, you've got your silver plated J hooks, you've got your silver plated shepherd's hooks, you've got your crimp shoes, your twisted toggles, your rectangle toggles, your toggle clasp, your oval link chain, you've got your square head pin, your round ball head pin, your feather head pin, your jump ring, your crimp covered, your round beads, everything you need. Are you ready? Boom, boom, shake the room, tick, 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 boom, £12. £12. Hang on a minute. Calm down, Alison. Calm down. £8.95. And that is an amazing price. We'd love to give you these sorts of deals. If we've got a designer inspiration show and we've got a kit that we can bring you, we've got a bundle that we can bring you that really accessorizes what the designer is going to do, what Alison's going to be doing, then we always give you a great deal. £8.95. If you're watching for the first time and you want a starter kit, you want essential. Obviously, even if you're a pro, an old hand at this is a bit of a stock up kit, a bit of a stock up your armory. You know, if some things are getting a little bit low, then please do jump on the line. Lots of people coming in as well. Good afternoon, Paula, Lynette, Lynn, Lisby, Candy, Patricia, Mary, Jeanette, Maureen, Celine, Pauline, Carol, Eileen, Sharon. We've only got how many? 50 left. We've only got 50 left. Sorry, we had slightly more than that. We've only got 50 left. These are going to go. There's 25 of these in people's baskets already. So please, if you've got them in your baskets, check them out. Check them out. Because you don't want to miss out on this. You want to get to the end and say, where's it gone? What happened? They sold out. Don't let them sell out. £8.95. I mean, that wire there, 1.25 millimeter, very handy. We don't have too much silver wire. £8.95. I mean, that seems like a good price. I don't know what the sort of price is on wire, but that seems a good price just for the...
I was going to say, I'm sure I've paid that for just the wire without the finding kit.
I know, because that's there's a weight, a real weight to that.
It's so structural. You can use it on its own, you can hammer it, you can use it as a frame and fill it with all sorts of things. It's so versatile, that gauge. I love it, but then people know I love the bigger wires.
Right, yeah.
But that is fantastic.
So this is sort of the main frame, and then you can do all the small wiring in between. You can do your beading in between and that.
In fact, if you wanted, the second kit uses some of that wire in a different colourways.
Oh, okay.
So if you want an alternative as well,
right.
And you could mix them, go fantastically with the antique bronze we've got later.
Oh, there we go.
Mix your metals.
You heard it here first, but you might miss out because these are going out the door. Absolutely going out the door. And hello everyone, by the way, if you've just tuned in, hello, my name is Drew Nicholls, the Golden Wonder from Down Under. Self-proclaimed Golden Wonder from Down Under. You know, I won't tell you what other people call me. £8.95. Oh, here's the message. Kia ora, Drew and Alison. Alison, I'm in awe of you and your work. Looking forward to learning more today. Love the show. Anne-Marie Sterling. Kia ora. That's a hello in Maori. Did you know that?
No, I thought it was a drink.
I know, an orange drink. Everyone says it's an orange drink. Yeah.
So which side of the Tasman Sea are you? Or are you? Sorry, my accents aren't brilliant. I can't remember which. Are you New Zealand or Australia?
What did Alison just ask me then?
Sorry.
Is that a roundabout way of saying?
I'm rubbish.
Right. Alison, no, that's all right. I'm from the I'm from the more northern side.
Oh, are you? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm New Zealand, Kiwi. This guy's starting well, the show, isn't it?
It's all right. I usually call Canadians American, which is probably even worse.
Yeah, no, see, that's the way to do it, though. Are you A or B? You know, so some people come out and go, oh, so whereabouts in Australia are you from? Yeah. You know, well, I'm sorry.
Lucy has told me, but I forgot. I'm sorry.
Have you been over there?
I haven't. My husband has, and he keeps wanting to take me there, but we need to go.
Both countries are lovely.
Yeah.
My sister lives in Australia on the east coast of Australia, you know, the green strip, because basically it's like a big sandpit with a bit of green around the outside. It's a bit like it is like a big sandpit with green just around the outside. They're going to sell out. They're going to go. If you want one of those, you're going to have to get one because they're going to go very, very quickly. And hello to everyone. Hello to everyone. We've got 2 strands of garnet. Are these seed? These are seedy beads. I've heard of seedy bars, but I've never seen a seedy bead. What time is it? Is that very early, isn't it? It's 1:15, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was AM. Right, this is your garnet faceted rounds. Now these, see, I always see these as, I'm a bit unadventurous when it comes to these sort of, because I always see these as like little accents at the end, again at the bottom of a pair of earrings or something, you know, just to finish it off. Or
but I've seen you make beady beads. Beady beads.
That was the first thing I ever made.
I remember that.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. But even if you want something, my niece likes very delicate. She doesn't like big, heavy jewellery. Yeah. That restranded with a few sterling silver little beads in as well, or maybe charms or little pearls. Perfect. So it doesn't have to be just an accent. You can make it into jewellery itself. Multi-strand it.
Oh yeah.
You know, get 2-3 strands, multi-strand it, looks stunning.
Or even the little drops. We do some designs on gems where we have the little gemstones from the drop from the ear, and then finished, rather than the other way around with a big bead and you finish with a little stopper seed bead. You could have a little drop of the
absolutely.
And lovely. I mean, absolutely gorgeous colour. Beautiful colour.
Beautiful colour.
If you can see these here, I don't know if we can, but the colour is beautiful. Real sort of, almost like a Cruzero Rhodolite sort of colours on those. But garnet is such a beautiful gemstone. Gorgeous and faceting as well, which means you've got all these little flashes, all these sparkles just catching the light. Remember, that's luster that you're getting off there. That's the external reflection of light that you see off the top of the gemstone there. That's the posh word for sparkle, basically. We all like a bit of sparkle in our lives, don't we? If you want these, you're getting 2 strands. And to give you an idea of just, I mean, how many you're getting, I'm not going to count them because I'll be here all day. But there's about 10 in between my finger there, and then if I just show you, you've got all this length here. So you know, you're looking at hundreds in those 2 millimeter seed beads, garnet faceted rounds. Lots of interest on the line. Oxfordshire, Lanarkshire, Kent, Gloucestershire, Hampshire, Buckinghamshire, Berkshire, Middlesex. We've got Dublin. Hello, Dublin. We've got. Oh, feel like I'm on. What's it called? Eurovision. Hello, Dublin. London, Cumbria, West Yorkshire, Shetland Islands. Ooh, exotic. Berkshire. Congratulations, everyone coming and getting these £9.95. I didn't even see that price come on. You do have to let me know when the price comes. I'll just get carried away talking about the gemstones. I love coming down here because we see lots of stuff that we don't see a lot of upstairs.
Oh, do you? We love you coming down here because we've got all that rich gem knowledge. You can pick your brains today.
Oh, pick away. Pick away.
I love it.
Hey, don't pick too hard. We've got 4 hours here. £9.95, and that's for 2 strands. I am right in saying that, aren't I? You're getting, that's why it's called double treble. Double the strands. I see what you did there now. Let's just see what you did there.
Can I give you something else that they'd be perfect for?
Yeah.
I've decorated a pair of shoes with wire. They'd be perfect for going on the wire on a pair of shoes.
Decorated a pair of shoes with wire?
Yeah, I made a whole shell for a pair of shoes.
Please tell me we've got a picture of that.
And they'd be absolutely perfect going on your shoes.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Pair of wedding shoes
that
with the red on them.
They're looking for it. They're looking, apparently they found it, they're just loading it up. Lots of interest on the line there. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome, as they say in various parts of the world. Not where I'm from. We've got Sissy in Texas. Drew, so far what I've seen of you this morning, this is going to be a very funny and great show. Never knew you had that funny side of you.
She's been watching you on the other side.
You've been watching the lounge this morning. Always a miserable git on the lounge. Do you know what? Always a miserable git on the lounge. I'm not, really. I'm not. Sissy, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It'll get worse. Just trust me. It'll get worse. It'll get slower. As my voice goes, it'll get a bit more croakier as well. £9.95, by the way. We're looking at double treble garnet faceted rounds. Garnet from the ancient word for seed, granitus.
Oh, is it? Perfect for
beads. Yeah, the ancient word for seed, granitus. And they say that because a lot of garnets, when they're found on the host rock, if you imagine, if you've got a big wall of like quartz, a big sheet, like a big seam of quartz, they can be like little seeds, little dots, all nestled into the wall.
I saw a programme about them in Alaska.
Oh,
on a garnet.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was rubies.
What was
that?
It was
close. It was rubies.
It was rubies.
I thought I had some knowledge then, but it wasn't. I'll just go back in my box.
It's all right. Alison, I'm sure someone found that really interesting.
Where's my P45?
Alison, my aim was true. Sorry, what was that? Where's the shoes? Oh, there they are. Are those your shoes?
They were Jenny's, actually.
But are they the shoes you do?
Yeah.
These are the shoes. They're Jenny's.
I could never stand in them.
Look at that. That is amazing. I've seen the seed beads are threaded round.
Yeah, round the wire.
Yeah, yep.
So if you had a pair of white or ivory wedding slippers with silver wire, could you imagine the garnets on there? They'd be absolutely amazing.
That is amazing. I don't know if I'm more amazed at the work that you've done on that, or the fact that someone actually stands up in those.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
She can run in them.
She can what?
Run in them.
That's another story for later on in the day. Yeah, these are 70s, aren't they? I love these.
They're great.
Absolutely love these. Check this out. if you're from the 70s, I'm not, someone told me about it. If you're from the, you'll know what I mean. You want to do sort of retro designs. Oh my goodness, right, I'm going to try and hold these up. These are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. It's just, and it's really weird, isn't it, how something, a shape, a colour, a design can just take you straight back to an era.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, that is amazing. And these are the sort of things, I mean, this is what we do so well, and I've been saying this up in the lounge all morning. You know, genuine gemstones. You can get these, yes, in plastic. You can get these in other, you know, in other materials, but the feel, that coldness that you first feel when you pick up genuine gemstones. I've worked here so long, I can pretty much pick something up and say, something don't feel right about that. As ridiculous as that sounds,
no.
You know, but if you work with something long enough, either the weight of it, the feel of it, the coldness, the coolness of it, you can tell. These are genuine gemstones, beautifully shaped. What would you do with these, Alison?
Oh, I'd do something wiry with them.
They lead themselves, right? This is me, right? This is. I see these, right, as like a bracelet, a thick bracelet, like that sort of, you know, side by side. If you make it with some like that way around, do you know what I mean?
Oh right, quite a thick cuff.
So like that, yeah, like a cuff bracelet, you know, with the wire work in between.
Lovely, absolutely lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you had a single strand going as a collar,
as
a choker.
That? Or as like a choker.
Same way, but one single one going round as a choker, matching.
I mean, you've got a central drill hole in it, but you don't have to do them around that way, do you? No. Especially if you're going to join them, you know, with
if you're going to wire them.
With the wire work, yeah.
Something else with your sorry.
No, go on.
With your head pins, what you can do is put a head pin through from the middle outwards, from the middle outwards the other way.
I'm going to do that, Alison.
And then you don't have anything in the middle.
So if you do a thread pin
through that way
coming out.
Yeah. And one the other side
and
going
one on
out.
the other side as well.
Then you don't need something going all the way through the middle.
Oh, yes.
They're also very good for putting resin in. Fiona Potter's done some amazing things with resin. Yeah. And setting it in and using that as an actual frame for resin or polymer.
Of course. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. So it's a modern twist on, like you say, the retro feel.
You could do a resin shape or polymer probably more in the middle, and you could do a solid, quite a thick, chunky metals, and it could revolve.
Oh, fabulous.
Oh,
perfect.
Hey, two different colours either side. Absolutely. I'm having a blue day, I'm having a green day.
Especially for earrings. Perfect in earrings.
Yeah. Again, you know, and there are so many opportunities. Again, the price is up there, £13.90. We're not going to stay there, because we're having a price slash, a tropical price slash. The price isn't rising, it isn't surprising, it's going low. That was good, wasn't it?
Wow.
I built it up with a song and it didn't change. There it goes, £9.95. And I always say, the more things you've got in your, I mean, people probably get fed up with me saying this, so I do say it all the time. But if you get like a block, like almost like a writer's block, and you think, what am I going to do? If you've got loads of stuff in the drawers, you know, you can sort of, what am I thinking? You know, you open, all of a sudden you open up and you've got a couple of these. Even right now, if you're thinking, I'm not sure what I do with it. There will be a point in a week, 2 weeks, a month's time where you'll go, do you know what, I should have got those. £9.95, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so 13 of the round, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of the, I don't know what shape would you call that? Hollow rectangles, there we go, it's on the screen. Hollow rectangles. There we go, £9.95. Well done on those. Crackled quartz and tourmaline. Crackled quartz and tourmaline. Tourmaline, for the word tourmaline, meaning mixed precious stone. You've got the Sinhalese word for tourmaline. You've got pinks and you've got greens. Also, if you were to ask for a tourmaline without a colour prefix on the front, you'd probably get a green tourmaline.
Oh, really?
That's like the standard. Apparently, I've read that in a couple of books. All right, so if there's anyone that disagrees or wants to argue with me, let me know. All right, let me know. So this is a colourful clarity. You have your nuggets, your beautiful nuggets, and you have your crackled quartz, isn't it? Crackled quartz, like something. This is almost something that's been well, it is something that's been reproduced, but it's actually something that in some gemstones you don't want to happen. It's called thermal shock. Ever heard of that?
Oh yeah, the crackle.
Yeah, which you have to watch out if you're setting some pieces of jewellery in some of your silver and all that. You know, you have to keep an eye out for gemstones that are going to crack, gemstones that are going to change colour. This has been done in controlled conditions, which means you have this wonderful frosting effect. It really is gorgeous. I don't know if I've seen the white, actually. I've seen all the other colours.
Oh right, no,
the blue, is that right? You have it quite a lot on here. I don't know if I've seen the white upstairs. We have lots of different colours, like the blue and the pink and the greens and all sorts of different tones. But it's really, really nice in the white.
It's very
really
bridal
nice.
in the white.
It's very what, sorry?
Very bridal in the white.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
Almost
Yeah.
summery. I love those colours. The green and the pinks is very springtime. All your blossom coming out.
Beautiful and really nice trees. Sort of like juxtaposition of colour. Is that the right word? I use that a lot. I mean to look it up in a dictionary. I think it means sort of quite different.
Yes, kind of.
Isn't it? Yeah, cancel each other out sort of thing. Yeah. Right, so we have your quartz nuggets and your tourmaline. Quite a big strand of tourmaline. Quite a big. Is that a double strand? Do you call that double strand? We class it as a double strand. There we go. So you got a double strand of your tourmaline. Price is coming in, and did tell you that there was going to be some deals. I did warn you that there was going to be some amazing opportunities. £8.95. £8.95. That is your crackled quartz nuggets and your tourmaline, multicolour tourmaline on there as well. You've got subtle yellows, you've got subtle pinks, you've got gorgeous greens in the tourmalines, different shades of your greens and your tourmalines there as well. £8.95. Add them to your order. If you've been with Ali this morning and you've got some pieces, add them to your order. Just one P&P all day. One P&P all day. It's what, sorry? Oh, it's an Ali sandwich today, apparently.
Yeah, with an Alison in the
That's
middle.
interesting. The first day that my son Charlie eats a sandwich, I'm the filling in an Ali sandwich. Some say hot and spicy. Some say cheesy. Some say he's a bit like Marmite. You know?
Oh no, we all love you.
£8.99. £8.99. Oh no, let's leave the mics in, you know. Yeah, oh, let's have a cup of tea and cheers. Cheers. Lovely to meet you, Alison. Lovely to meet you. Yeah.
Now tell me, it's going to sound really awful. Are you big tea drinkers in New Zealand, or have you been corrupted since?
Well, I have British parents, you see, so
right, so
you know, tea in Coronation Street. Yeah, I might as well have grown up over here, really. You know. So £8.95. We're going to move on from this and move on to something else. So yeah, I do like tea, but I come back over here, and my auntie Pat gave me a massive tea lesson. So oh yeah, you're. Oh. How to make tea. That's a tea lesson. Oh no, it might as well have been a lecture. My Auntie Pat's a big tea drinker. You know what I mean? The world will end in 3 minutes. You get a cup of tea? You've got time for a cup of tea?
solve everything with a cup of tea.
You better be joking. He just said, surely it's milk in first. You better be joking. I'm not even going to go there. I'm turning my talk back off if you're going to say stuff like that. Rhodolite, Garnet and peridot. Your Rhodolite, Garnet and peridot are Rhodolite from the words rhodos and lithos for rose stone. Your peridot, beautiful peridot. August birthstone, of course. My birthstone, August. Make a note, send me your presents. My wife gets all the presents. My wife and Charlie get all the presents. I get none.
You get your wife and Charlie.
It's all right. Yeah, true.
They're the best presents ever.
True, they are the best presents ever. They're the gift that keep giving. This is 75 carats of peridot. wonderful greens, and I love this colour. It's very there's a greenstone, a gem called greenstone in New Zealand, which is quite highly revered by the Maoris. It's a very similar sort of tone to this here. Very, very nice indeed. Now you haven't got great clarity on these, but the colour is beautiful. It's very calming. Yeah, that's why they call it the green room. That's why they paint the theatre the theatre rooms green for the actors.
To calm them down.
To calm them down. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Why haven't we got a green room? I don't know. Our presenter dressing room's magnolia. So I think they've just got a deal on it myself. Everything's painted. Even the room in theirs, that's all the same colour, isn't it? And there we go, magnolia. Here we go with the price. Peridot and your Rhodolite garnet. £10.90, £8.95. Keep you on your toes. £8.95. Genuine gemstones, beautiful finish, and just so many. When you buy these sorts of strands, you get so many gemstones in one single piece. Absolutely stunning. We're going to be showing you a lot of wirework pieces, and I suppose the beauty about wirework, it's all different size gemstones you can use, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. With all different size wire, you can use big gemstones with narrow wire. You can use little gemstones with big wire. You can mix and match. Yep. You just pick how you're going to use them.
And I love when you do these smaller pieces, because sometimes with the bigger wire, obviously you can't get it through the smaller gemstones, but the techniques that you guys use with the smaller wire wrapping, like you've done on the shoes that we did before, isn't it? You can
absolutely.
And you know, from a distance, as Bette Midler said, you you don't see the wire, do you? It just sort of all gorgeously hangs off, like little crystals hanging off. Stunning. And these are the sorts of pieces that you can do with those sorts of designs. You know, they're central drilled. If you have a look through these, you'll see some of these are through the centre of the gemstones, some of these are through the top. So again, you know, you could put all these in one box if you want, or you could sort these through as well and sort out between your centre drilled ones and your top drilled pieces, and you know, just makes things a little bit easier if you're looking for certain pieces. £8.95, Rhodolite, Garnet and peridot. These are going to sell out, was that? There's only about 5 of those left. Those are going to go. Those are going to go. Right, do not go anywhere. It's time for designer inspiration. Hello, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It amazes me with wirework what you can do. You know, you're only limited by your imagination, really. With everything we do here at JewelleryMaker, you're limited by your imagination, and that is it. And that's what the word is all about at the bottom of designer. Inspiration. Alison is here to inspire you. We've inspired Alison by sending you this kit about a week or so ago, and she has made up some amazing pieces. You right there, Alison? Just put the bottle of vodka back under the table. I'm trying to present here. I'm trying to be deadly serious and present here, Alison.
Sorry.
I know what, she's chucking things over there. So this is the kit that Alison had for a little over a week, was it? Yeah, they've treated you very well, haven't they? Very well.
Brilliant.
And they really, as soon as you see this, they really complement each other. You've got your wonderful copper tones. You've got these beautiful carved, wonderful little carved. Your opals here. There's your moonstone here, and you've got your quartz. You've got your malachite. They are stunning, and they all complement each other. From the copper wire through to the subtle pinks, the rose tones, and this joins them together. This strand, your agate strand, your carved strand. Sorry, I called them opals. They do look like fire opal actually with the colours in there. But I think that is the strand that brings all the pieces together. That beautiful central colour. you've got peach moonstone in there as well. So what have we got? We've got 10 meters of copper coloured wire, 0.6 millimeters. You have got 50 meters of copper coloured wire in 1 millimeter, 50 meters of copper coloured wire, in the 1 millimeter there again. You've got malachite in your pairs. You've got 265 carats of peach quartz. You've got 250 carats of peach moonstone center drilled, and 130 carats of red agate carved flowers. The little malachites, it's the traveller's gemstone, isn't it, malachite?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I love malachite.
I do. I really, really like malachite. It is this wonderful, almost like a sedimentary gemstone, isn't it? And look at the colours. Beautiful, beautiful colours on there. You have that incredible banding, all those different tones. Comes from the word mallow, I think, for something to do with green.
Oh, right.
Something to do with green, yeah. Not marrow, mallow. M-A-L-L-O-W. I mean, these are just the polish you can get off the malachite, the wonderful colours, the banding they are. Every single one is unique. Every single one is different. They always remind you of like little planets, you know, like the rings of Saturn, aren't they? Absolutely stunning. And even, I mean, very, very rarely do you get this in a gemstone, but just to show you how good that banding is, even the unpolished side. So you won't be using that. Well, again, you could use that side if you wish. The unfrosted or the frosted sort of side to that, you can still see the banding in that. You don't always see that in a lot of gemstones until you do the polish up. I'm just waiting for this to ping off in the direction of the cameras. But that is stunning. I always like to pop it on the back of my finger, so it gives you a nice idea of the size of the gemstone. So again, really, really good size. 16 by 12 millimeters, you can see on there. I think if you pop it on the back of your finger, really, it gives it a good perspective, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So there are those. Now you've got 2 of those, and all these wonderful gems. Have a look at these strands here. So you have got your wonderful pink tones, beautiful peachy tones in here. And the carved flowers as well. So your peach moonstone and your peach quartz. Your peach moonstone are the ones at the bottom. You can see that sort of a bit more iridescent now. You get that those little fibres below the surface of the gem. Just catch that light in the moonstone. And then you have your peach quartz up the top. So I think sometimes when you see 2 gemstones together like this, you really appreciate sort of the schiller that you get off moonstone. Because to look at that on its own, you might sort of think, well, is there, you know, are we getting schiller on this? Is there any schiller on that? And you sort of think, well, you know, but then if you drop the other one in, you start to see the sort of glows coming off. I just rotate that. You can see certainly the schiller coming off each of those gems, and they're good sized pieces on there as well. Very nice sized pieces. Then of course the creme de la creme, these are your carved agates, beautiful carved agates, and just so tactile as well. They're almost like worry beads, aren't they? You just want to sort of run them through your hands. They are beautiful, incredible, and every single, you know, it's the quality of the carving as well. You know, sometimes you can see pieces like this, sort of lesser examples, where they sort of carve a little piece of it and they leave the rest around. They don't carve the whole, but that is completely carved. You know, there's a famous jewelry brand that makes the bracelets. You could open a box to look at them. No, where I'm going there.
Yeah.
Very of that sort of size, those, and beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Then we've also got the wire as well. We've got it's just the 2 wires, isn't it? Yeah. So you've got the 50 meters of the 1 mil, which is your thicker wire there. 50 meters. It's going to last you a while. Even if you can do a lot of wire work, that's still going to last you a while, isn't it? And then you've got 10 meters of your 0.6 on there. I am very excited. Your price should be £41.15. See, that seems very good for 50 meters of wire. seems amazing. Again, I'm going by the weight, so I always go by sort of the metal weight of that. Incredibly weighty. That 41.15 we should be. 50 meters of wire and all the rest. £29.95. This is your kit. This is your kit for the day. This is the designer inspiration kit. So once again, you've got your 2 malachites in there. You've got your 10 meters of your 0.6 wire. 50 meters of 1mm copper colored wire in there, 2 5-carat malachite pear cabochons. You've got 265 carats of peach quartz and 250 carats of peach moonstone and 130 carats of the red agate in the carved flowers. I'm grabbing my cup of tea and I'm off. I'm coming over, Alison.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Cheers. Here we go.
What a kit, eh?
Oh my goodness.
What?
You're ready to go. What a kit.
Yeah, what a kit. The malachite, I just adored it. I mean, I don't think that's a bad price for the malachite because you so rarely see it.
Yeah.
Genuine malachite.
And the quality as well. With that sort of piece, you can sometimes see quite a lot of pitting in the surface, but you can't hide anything on that buff top cut, on that polished cut. And they're really nice quality. Really good colours on that.
I went a bit mad with wire. I don't know if you will be aware. We've had a little bit of a drought before Christmas on our wire.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
So to get 50 metres in a kit for me was like, whoa, Christmas again.
I'm going to use all of it.
Oh, I went mad. I've had great fun with wire. Lots of wire.
Now, it's a case of choosing your favourite, which is extremely. I do have a favourite already.
Go on.
Which one do you think's my favourite?
I don't know. Go on. That one.
That is amazing.
I love it.
That is amazing.
But it's exactly the same as this one with the moonstone around it.
Oh right,
exactly the same.
Same technique.
Yeah.
Right. So we have. Should we have a quick look through these? Right. So this is. Well, you can talk us through it.
Okay. So it's a 6-strand weave, but I've doubled up, so there's 12 strands in it. So it's a strip which we'll go through, and then I've edged it with the moonstone just to finish it off. I thought that looked great. I really did.
The moonstone,
yeah.
That is just
beautiful. It's
match made in heaven, isn't it?
Absolutely love
Absolute
it.
match made in heaven.
So do you want to do the chunky, the other one next? Because it's exactly the same technique, but the first one I've used the 0.6 wire, and this one I've used double strands of the 1mm wire. So exactly the same technique, but you get a totally different effect. And that you could wear. Ladies could wear it on their upper arm. You could wear it on your wrist. It's
That's awesome.
unisex.
That is amazing.
Just love it. And I did
really
the.
I'm going to pop it on.
Yeah. Help yourself.
I really like that. I think that's impressive. And of course with the rigidity of that wire as well, you can feel it holds its shape.
Yeah.
You know that's not going to be moving and losing its shape in there. That is awesome. I love that. I love the finish as well. Just ties in on the end. That is amazing. So I'm not here to wear jewellery, Drew. You're not here to wear jewellery. Right.
And then I did the necklace on the end. Is again the same technique, which I kind of stretched a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So you've got that same braid in the middle, then I pulled it a bit long, and then I finished it to tie it in with all the others. I did the swirly bits on the bottom.
And just the way it catches the light as well, isn't it? That's sort of those swirls sort of revolve that light around it as well.
Oh yeah,
love it.
I've not noticed that.
Like they're moving. Right, that's next. Cool. So where do you want to go next?
Right. Well, then I did the twisted. Now. Like I say, I went a bit to town. Yeah, I went a bit of town with this. So it's 6 strands doubled. So it's a 12 strand of 1mm twisted. That's chunky. That's solid. Yeah. It's not going anywhere.
I know.
So
again,
it was
you can
to have the luxury to do that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
See, I quite like the weight of a piece like that. I like when you pick up a piece. Obviously, some things you want to be of a certain weight, of a certain, a little bit dainty, a little bit delicate. But something like that, where you've got that real robust sort of look to it as well. When you pick it up, you expect that to be of a weight. Yeah. And sometimes, if you're using lesser materials, you pick that up and you go, oh, that's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. But that it is a lovely piece. And again, those spirals, absolutely gorgeous on there as well. Like that, loving your work.
So I then extended it. We went for an even bigger twist. Now, did you say they were agate? I thought they were carnelian, you know.
See, I went, but I've just done some opal up there this morning, so I was thinking fire opal, the Oregon fire opal. Yeah, but carnelian, yeah, of course.
Beautiful.
Of an ilk, but they're agate.
And I love the graduation in colour I got. I did a bit of a mark and graduated them off.
Yeah.
But I just loved it. Absolutely loved it.
That is lovely. Can we get close up of those? Because that is great.
Those gemstones are stunning.
And again, almost just very subtle differences in tones, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
And the carving on it just flashes the light different ways as well.
And the carving is quality.
It is exquisite.
Absolute quality. Do you know what I mean? By some pieces you can get and you sort of think, oh, someone's just gone, move on, move on. But there is real attention to detail in that carving, and it's completely 360 degrees on that as well. And
then we used one of the malachite. And some of those agates in the ring, and I've just tied it in with the swirls to sort of tie it all together as a collection.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And I've just realised I'm a strand short, aren't I? I
I
haven't used any of the long teeth. So you've got a whole other strand and a whole load of wire left to do even more.
How much wire did you use? Do you know?
Well, I've used quite a lot of the 1 mil.
Yeah.
But I've done all the prep work and a few false starts.
Yeah.
So I've probably done 2.5 times what you see there.
Right.
Out of that, but I still had some left.
That's the 50 metre.
That's the 50 metres.
Okay,
so you've got absolutely oodles.
And we can safely say that Alison hasn't held anything back in using the 1 millimetre wire.
No.
Why not? Why not? Why not? I mean, so again, it just shows how much is in 50 metres, doesn't it? Really?
Absolutely. It's great. And because, and like I say, most of that is doubled up or in 12 strands.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, if you didn't want to use it that heavily, it will last you for ages. Absolutely ages. I loved it. And I love this copper.
Awesome. Right.
One of my favourites.
What have you got for us?
Right. So we're going to do the plait first. The 12-strand plait.
That's this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Lovely.
Like I say, it's the same for all.
Yeah.
So
this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to reproduce that plait. My favourite. Are you doing that because it's my favourite?
Well, I love it as well. No, I love it as well.
So we're on the same page.
I was going Celtic. My brain was going Celtic with this, but it never quite got to the Celtic bit. Yeah. Hence the cuffs. It was going Celtic, and I didn't quite make that final step, but I got sidetracked, which is often the case when you're designing. You get so far and you head off down a tangent and you think, oh well, we'll go with it. Right. So what I've got here is 12 pieces of wire. I've cut them. I would cut them probably a bit longer than that to do it. I'd probably cut about that big. How big's that? About 15 inches ish. It depends on your wrist.
Right.
It really does depend on your wrist size that you're going. If you're doing a cuff, you got 50 metres.
So is there a way to measure that on your wrist? What would you do?
Right. I had quite a bit left over, and I finished this bit off with wire from here, so I had plenty to wrap around. So I probably had lengths like that left. So
basically, you're talking about having that distance around your wrist, and then maybe half of that again at least, or no, even more than that, wouldn't you?
I'd double it.
Double it.
Because if you think you're zigzagging across quite a way, and then you want to wrap around.
To measure a loose fit on your wrist and then double it.
Yeah.
And if you want to be extra safe, add a little bit more.
The bits left over are great for doing that. People know I do loads of scrolls. You can make jump rings out of it. Don't throw it away. Your lengths left over, you know, as long as they're bigger than that, keep them and use them. So you won't waste it. And if you make it too short and you end up with it only comes that way around your wrist, and then you've got to put chain around the back. You know, you're better off having too much. So I've twisted them together at the top. So you could do 6 lengths and bend them in half. I never thought of that. So I've twisted them together. I'm then going to put them in pairs because I only want to use, and I used a macrame board. I used the little one, which you'll see later. And I'm using 3 of the holes, for want of a better word, in the top of the macrame board. You can use something else. It's literally just to anchor it down. If you've got a clamp at home, a bench clamp, You know, if you've got a, what they're called, you know, a clipboard with a bit of metal on it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You could fasten the wire to the.
I think you find that's a clipboard, Alison.
Okay. Clipboard. If you want to use a clipboard. So I've bent them over the end. Do you know what? Come back, Lucy. I don't mean it.
Get me a cup of tea then.
I don't mean it. Right. For some reason, I don't know where my other pins have gone. Right, you can use T-pins. If you've got the T-pins, fantastic. I've just used some matte pins. You don't want the little ones, you want to have a good bit to hold on to.
Do you need some more pins? Are you alright?
They're in my bag somewhere. We'll see. I'll probably manage without. It's not a problem. I just want to get it started on this because I've got one already halfway through, so I can show you better. So starting off can be a little bit fiddly. So don't worry. I've done it, because I've done it on here, I've actually got a track of where I want to do it to a width of.
Yeah.
So you can have an idea, otherwise you can go all over the place. You can do it without.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's easier if you've just got a plain surface, get a piece of paper behind with you know, drive out either side of the ruler or something like that. It's not, you know, or paint on it if you want, you know. Make sure it's yours, and you've got people come back going, why have I got these lines all over my clipboards?
Not in your grand's dining table.
Yes. Yeah, don't stick the pins in your dining table, certainly not your grand's. Right, so I'm going to put a pin in there. Now we're doing this in sets of 2. If you want to do it slightly simpler, just use one strand. It'll be a slightly thinner effect, a more holy effect. But you don't have all these bits hanging all over the place. Yeah, of course you can.
So these were 6 separate strands.
These are 12 separate strands, or you can do 6 folded over in the middle.
Okay, right, yep.
Because I cut 6 strands and then twisted them together at the top.
Okay, yeah.
Why not just cut one and fold it over?
Yeah.
That's Welsh for you. Right, so the first one I've got 2 double strands. I'm going to call these one strand, guys. Yep. So one strand means 2 wires, otherwise I'll just get confused. I put the pin in the corner and I'm going to bend the top one over the next 2 strands, over the next strand. I then want to get another 2. Like I say, the start I found is a little bit fiddly because I've got wires everywhere. So if you lot find it easier, show me how to do it. But I always get this bit fiddly. So then you want to go over. So the idea is you're going over and under. Okay, so that one goes under. You then want to start the other side to meet in the middle. Now your first one, I'm going to put my pin in there, wants to go under to begin with.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to go under that one, over that one. It does get less fiddly once you get further down. Under that one, sorry, over that one, Alison. You said it and didn't do it. Right, so now our 2 outer strands meet in the middle, and that one needs to come over, and luckily that one needs to go under, so they actually fit where they're supposed to do.
Yep.
Yeah. We're then going to take our next pin, pop it in our next. This just makes it, having this pin board makes it so easy.
Just looking at that bit there, a grid system of some description is certainly going to help, isn't it?
It will give you such a consistent feel when you're starting off. A piece of graph paper.
Yeah.
Could you still get graph paper?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
All those years ago. They do it all computerised these days.
Well.
You know, for us old uns, I appreciate you youngsters probably, you know.
Oh, thanks, Alison. Youngsters.
I was around in the 70s.
Never been called a youngster in my life.
Oh. Right, so I'm then going to come, you always go over and then under the next one. Okay, so you're always going to go, this is why I usually have a few more pins. Under, then over the next one, then they meet in the middle and cross. So you can already see the pattern starting. Now, if you tighten this pattern up like that now, you'll start getting your better shape. Now you've got it going. So you can see that pattern starting to form now.
Yep.
If we go next one, I'm going to pull it round. Now what you can do is bend that one up out of the way. Fetch it round, pop that one down. Bend the under one up, pop your pin in, fetch that one round, pop it down. and then
Quite a nice little fit, just having that little...
if I do it this way round, the cross will be easier in the middle because this one's underneath, so we'll do that one second.
Oh, okay, yep.
I obviously did it the other way round before. Makes absolutely no difference, so pop that one up. I'm holding onto the pin to pull it round because it's two strands of 1 mil wire, so you know it's quite sturdy. Right, pop my pin in, so you can do it with 3 pins quite easily. Pop my underwire up, pull it round, pop my wire down, and you soon start building that up. So if I swap over to the other one, actually I don't know that I've gone much further. You get.
You alright?
Oh, it's alright, I'll just throw it over there. You can see how it actually, you could carry on doing this, but you've got to judge, and it's going to be very difficult without the pins in to judge where you go. And you can see I've used this a lot. I start losing my my grid. So I always do the under on there. I always put the under one up, pull it round, put the under one back down, put my wire over there, put my under one up. So I used, when I did it, I had about 6 pins, which means you're not having to move it every time. It's a little bit easier, but you can manage with 3 apparently. So by doing the under one first, I'm not having to cross those like I was to begin with. You learn these things as you go along. We're all learning.
So basically, instead of going left to right, left to right, left to right, go sort of left, right, right, left, left.
Well, no, I'm going right, left all the time. So I'm going right, then left, right, then left. Doing the right. Okay, right. I'm always starting at the right-hand side, and then I'm doing the left-hand side. Then I'm doing the right-hand side, then I'm doing the left. So I'm starting first with the right-hand side.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because the right-hand side.
I thought you'd been alternate, but yeah.
No.
So if you always start at the right, then the middle one's always going to be a lot easier.
The middle one's always going to cross over up instead of having to sort of fiddle them around.
I did tell you I asked the mundane questions, didn't I?
See, I was told very, very early on in my life, there's no such thing as a stupid or an easy question. It's just a question you haven't got an answer to.
Well, that's right. Yeah. Well, you didn't answer to that one, see? No?
Never, ever a stupid question.
Right, we're going to do a quick quick wire stock, 10 gauge, 50 metres of 1 mil wire. So we've got a little bit of a deal for you now. While we're doing this, because obviously you can do it in the copper, you can do it in whatever colour you like. It's up to you. Well, I've got the 1 mil. It is the 1 mil you're using there, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
So we've got the 1 mil in in the red as well. 50 metres of red coppered wire. The colour is so vibrant. And this is the sort of thing. I mean, I don't know. For me, and maybe I'm being a bit boring here, but I'm probably more the copper coloured or the silver as the bulk of the material that you're going to use here. So if you're getting this to maybe accessorise, maybe do little flashes of colour in, maybe to set some jewellery, maybe just wrap a gemstone onto a bracelet. This is like this is going to last you months. It's going to last you years. 50 metres. 50 metres. Of course, if when Christmas comes around, you're going to start doing a lot of stuff in sort of reds and greens, aren't you? But 50 metres of red coloured copper wire on here. Never been seen before. £17.95 pence. £17.95. We are giving you some incredible wire deals today, because of course we've got the lovely Alison in here doing some wire work. That's it's about what? About 40p? 40p a metre. 40p a metre on that. That's 1 millimetre. That is 50 metres of red coloured copper wire. So again, this is the sort of piece. It's going to last you a long time. It's going to last you a very long time. You can see all this jewellery that's been done here, plus extras, plus a few pieces, trial and error pieces beforehand. All this was done with 50 metres and a lot left as well, a lot left to boot. So, the red, and that's using copper is the mainstay of every single piece in there as well. The point I'm getting is this is something that you're going to, if you haven't got this, get it, and it's pretty much a one-off purchase for a very long time. £17.95. 50 metres of red coloured copper wire. We're bringing you a couple of copper deals, a couple of copper wire deals throughout the show, because of course we've got the lovely Alison doing the wire work. So if you want to get involved, sorry, what was that? We've got 9. I thought you meant we've only got 9 reels of this. I'm like, is that all? No, we've got 9 different reels of wire for you today. Wow. So calm down, Alison. It's all right. It's all right.
Exciting.
£17.95. Nearly took the coffee over. That would have gone well, wouldn't it? Especially as it's tea. £17.95 on that. So if you want to get there, jump on. We'll be going back through those and reminding you about those throughout the show.
Valentine's Day's coming, yeah?
Valentine's Day. Oh, I was glad you said that.
But that with some black stones. You see the one the one I've put the moonstone round, that edged with black stones would look stunning.
Oh yes, oh yes, yes,
don't discount. A lot of people get frightened by the big bold colours.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you don't want it just as the big bold colour, mix it in with something else. So yes, as this on its own, it would look very vibrant. It'd look amazing on a black. That on your wrist with a black polo neck jumper on. Just plain, fantastic. But if you put that, edge it with black stones or tone it down with some pinks or something, amazing, amazing.
Or of course, if you do, what's the is it the resin that you pour into the little? I mean, because you can make all sorts of shapes. You can make a heart shape out of that, you know, and just drop it in, and then pour the resin on. And the is it the resin? Is that the right terminology?
Yeah.
Sorry, I do apologise. You know, and so you can do all like different. You could even chop that up into little pieces and have like little sprinkles in there as well.
Yeah,
you could. So I mean, loads of uses for that. £17.95 on that. We will be recapping on all the copper wire that we've done. So, but remember, only while stocks last at those prices.
Right.
Right. While I've been jabbering,
I'm going to stop it here.
Been out at work.
Yeah, I haven't done the full length. I'd probably do it.
Can we just move it a bit to the left? Move the board a bit to the left.
Sorry.
And just in case you're wondering, this is what we're creating. This is what we're creating. I say we. I say we. This is what we're creating here. I'm glad you created this. This is my favourite, actually.
Now you see, I did do those bent over.
See? You doubted yourself. Oh, yeah, you've lifted off. Oh, sorry, I just thought I'd bring that out of shot there.
Right, so I've not gone the full length, but you can see where we're going.
Yep.
If you've got a small wrist, then that's fine. I don't. So I would allow a good inch if you're going to finish it the way I have. If you've got the fold over clasps we've done in the past, I don't know if there's any on the website, you could just fold it over there and put a normal clasp on, and that would look stunning too. But I quite like that because I think it just gives it that chunky finish to it.
Yeah.
So what I did, I literally took them all together, making sure that one's the funny one. So you want to, this one here.
Try and keep your shape.
Yeah. Bend that one in so that it doesn't just pull. So you've got your shape there.
Yeah.
Right, now I'm going to take one, probably from the back because it looks better, and literally hold it in place, and then literally we're just going to coil it as tight as you can around. This is so simple. Do you know what? I spent ages trying to work out how I was going to finish this off because I didn't have any of the fold over clasps.
Right.
And then when I did it, I thought, how easy was that? It can go like that sometimes. So, and you can make it as long or as short as you want. So I'm going to finish it. I want that to finish at the back. And then I'm going to snip it off. And I'm going to just bend it in slightly. So just want to bend that bottom in so I can then squidge it, and it'll you won't feel that.
Yep, just hide a little burr on the end.
Yeah. Right. We're then going to use another one of these from the back to make our coil, our cap, and then all we do is chop those off.
All the others off.
Yeah. So this is where I say you've got excess.
See, I think this is the moment where you've done all that work, and there is that little bit of, you've just got to have confidence and just say, I know what I'm doing. I've watched Alison. This is it. I only need that one.
Yeah.
And I can chop it off.
Chop it off. You could coil all the ends, like I've done on the other one if you wanted.
Right.
And have them, you've got to fasten them together, but then you could...
Like this, you mean?
Yeah, you could do a load of, you could do a spray of coils on the end.
Here's another option.
And we'll do that when we do the other one.
So that's leaving all the ends if you want to.
Yeah.
This is what we're working towards.
You could put a load of gemstones on the end.
So that's what we're working towards, that. Yeah.
You can play with once you've got those bits of wire, and this is why I say don't chop it off, because these lengths of wire, you're going to use those. They're perfectly usable for a lot of other uses. So keep it, make jump rings out of it, I make a lot of my own clasps, so they're great for making clasps. Use them as head pins. You know, you're not going to waste them.
Yeah.
So I'm trimming them. I'm using my flush cutters. And if I had my glasses so I could see which one was nearest to me, I probably do.
I need your mine, but I'm short-sighted, so it'll be no good for you.
Yeah, well, those are distance glasses, so I'm fighting the need to use my reading glasses at the moment.
I have to put my glasses off my head to see close up now. What does that mean?
Yeah, you're getting older.
Bifocals, isn't it? I have bifocals. I was thought to remain sort of cool that I might have a monocle.
Cool.
Because you know when you look up close, you have to do that. Only just in the last couple of months I've started to do it.
I've got, because I work with a VDU in my other job.
Do you know what? I had a moment of panic then.
I wasn't being rude. Right, be very careful when you're doing it that you don't do what I did and nearly cut through that wire.
That's why I had that moment of panic just then. I was thinking that.
I've nicked it, so be very, very careful that one's out the way and you go nowhere near that with your wires. If you do, it's not the end of the world, because you can always put something else on the end. Don't panic if you do and think, oh, I've got to start the whole thing again.
There is an escape clause.
Right, you don't need the whole length. You probably need, for that thickness, about 8 centimetres. I can't work in centimetres. Right, I'm going to get my round nose pliers. God, you know what? I've made a right mess today already, haven't I? There's some up here. Can I put my round nose pliers?
Is it me? I haven't used them. I can go home if I want to get blamed for things.
Oh, the lovely Lucy wouldn't blame anybody for anything, I'm sure.
No.
I have to say that I'm working with her in the morning, and she shout at me.
Do what? Sorry.
I said I have to say that I'm working with her in the morning, and she shout at me.
Are you working with her in the morning? Eh?
I am, first thing in the morning.
Oh, blimey! It's a Nicholls.
She's got an early morning.
It's a Nicholls sandwich tomorrow, then, isn't it?
I'm not on the morning show. I'm free.
Make my own lunch.
Oh.
She's in. Yeah.
So, it's a hard life.
JewelleryMaker stole my wife. I'm in the middle of writing my book at the moment.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot of men out there who think exactly the same thing. Some friends, Sammy and Fiona, and I met up and went for a meal with our husbands, and it was so funny. And they're like, "Oh, this, oh yeah, that happens as well. Oh, this, oh yeah, we do that as well. Oh yeah, she does that. Yeah." It was so funny. It was very nice for them to have that supportiveness and know that they're not the only one.
Maybe we should have a JM male support group.
Brilliant.
You know, we could all just go for a beer. You know,
of course, it could be a woman, and they've been deserted by their fella.
Oh yeah, true. Well, at the JM male support group, we don't discriminate. You know, anyone can come and have a beer. You know, if they like. You know. Right.
So what I'm doing, and I've done that quick while we were talking, so I'll go back through that. I've coiled it up. This one's going to be a bit chunky. See, I told you I'd cut it through.
I saw you nick that as well. It even happens to the experts.
It does.
It even happens to the experts.
Be very careful which way you're pointing your pliers.
So that was when Alison was cutting off. Oh, so I used to be an electrician, so I know about wires. I know you can't nick a wire. So when she was cutting off all the wires, just a slight little nick on the wire, and of course it's
when you bend it,
popped off, isn't it? It's popped off.
So I'd fix that in a different way. But my coil, because it's been so nice talking to you. I didn't explain what I was doing.
Sorry about that.
No, don't apologise.
I'm going to be quiet now while you do this.
It was me that was talking. Right. So what I've done with my round nose pliers, I've gone to the very end, and I don't want to see the tip at the very end because they're so narrow there.
Yeah. You
want a tiny hole as you can get. If you've got the the looper tool, I can't remember what it's called, that makes a loop, an eye loop.
One-step looper.
Yeah.
Then
that's perfect for a start off. It gives you a perfect loop on the end.
Right.
Okay, and then you can carry on. I usually go all the way round until it's almost doubled, and then I use my pliers. And if you do it so that it goes.
Right. So just. Very quickly.
Yeah.
Right. But how would you fix it? Because I'm sure, I think this is the sort of thing that if someone's learning and they've done that, don't want to do it, but just sort of how would you? What do you think?
Right. What I would tend to do with this one is I would probably unwind that a bit.
Yeah.
Very, very, very carefully trim them back down. And straighten that out and make a little coil to go on top. So it's not the end of the world. But there's no reason, because it was flush, why you couldn't put some glue or some resin on the end. You could glue a flat gemstone on the end. If you put a gemstone on one of the head pins, which are nice with a nice fancy end on it, you could force it through there. It would take some doing, but you could force it through there. It would come out the other end, and so long as you make sure that it's bent over this end, it wouldn't pull back off through. So there's a number of ways. It's not the end of the world if you do break it like I did. Okay. It's deliberate, honestly.
Right. It's good. It shows that we're all human. You know, that's what it's all about. Right. We've got another 0.6 wire. This is the turquoise. Oh,
lovely.
Oh, love a bit of turquoise. Love a bit of turquoise. Have a look at this. That is gorgeous colour. 50 metres of 0.6 millimetre turquoise coloured copper wire. Are you ready? Look at that price. You can't handle the price. $9.95. $9.95. Yeah, put your glasses on.
Do you know what I do? I'm like this, but I can see the big letters. I'm like,
$9.95. 50 metres of 0.6. I mean, you know, at that price, grab a couple of those, because this is sort of, you know, if you can, this is where you're going to be threading the gemstones, isn't it? Attaching them to your wire, attaching them to your framework of your one mil stuff, and probably use a little bit more of this, but it's still 50 metres. I mean,
you've got a lot. Your 0.6 is so versatile because you can wrap with it. You can knit with it.
Yeah.
You can do your Viking knit with it. You can twist it to get a more substantial weight if you want it. It's small enough to make earring findings. It's very, very versatile. It crosses. It's the halfway point between the structural and the flexible. So you can use it a lot. And I think a lot of our gemstones will surprise you that will go through. A lot of them. I mean, to be fair, these agates were going through the 1 mil.
Right. Okay.
So the 0.6 is absolutely no problem. And the other, if you pass me the other one of these, that one there.
This one?
That's it. So this was in 0.6.
Right.
And then I've wrapped the gemstones. I've threaded them on 1 mil.
Yeah.
And then I've wrapped them on with the 0.6 again. And if I put it that way in, if I open it up, you'll see the 0.6 at the back here.
Yep.
So I've used it to wrap in and to hold it.
Right, okay.
Now when I'm using the larger wires...
So basically that's just holding the gemstones onto the bracelet like that?
Yeah. So it's a separate strand, and then I've just wrapped... Oh, I love that. And then I've just wrapped them on.
Isn't it? That lovely shimmer.
Beautiful.
Don't forget, this is the kit that Alison's working with at the moment. There's the kit that we've got. You've got 50 metres of your 1mm copper, you've got 10 metres of your 0.6, you've got your malachite, you've got your moonstone, you've got your peach, and you've got your agate there as well. Drew, if you have never worked with JM wire, it is magnificent to handle, and the prices are so good that I buy my wire from JM.
Texas.
Again, see, that's one thing I don't think about, you know, the quality of the materials that you're working with. And it must be so nice if you're working with it every day, because you would feel different. Like I talk about gemstones, you feel different qualities of gemstones. To feel the quality of the wire and the way it molds, it holds, and
it's very malleable.
Yeah,
it is very malleable, and when you don't nick it,
it's very strong as well.
It's very strong, and you can straighten it out and push it back down again and straighten it out.
Right.
It's got a lot of play in it, which you don't expect from a copper. You expect it from the silver, the sterling, but you don't expect it as much from the copper, and it's lovely. It is lovely to use.
That's a good point. Thank you for that, Sissy. Joyce says, Alison, if you wanted to use 3 different coloured wires, what order would you start off with? Joyce in Manchester.
Oh, what do you mean? For what? For one of these? If I was using this, I would do it 3. I would do the 3 metals probably.
Yeah.
Copper. I would do a copper.
Rose.
You could do copper, gold, and antique bronze.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. But you could go if you wanted something really, really flashy. You could go with the red, a purple, and a blue, or something like that. It really depends on what you want. The other way to do it is actually have 3 different colours of a slightly thinner wire. So instead of doing 2 strands, do 3 strands. 3 colours, and have it completely multicoloured.
Yeah, yeah. And it doesn't matter what order you start with.
It doesn't matter what order, no.
So if you start on the left or you start on the right, wherever you start, you're always going to end up with.
They're all going to crisscross all over.
Anyway, so,
but it would look lovely with a pattern of wire, because it would slowly change. You'd get a sort of stripy effect.
Of the 3, the silver, the gold, and the rose gold in jewellery upstairs. Yeah.
I love 3-toned wires. Absolutely adore it. You get such an amazing effect. And the antique bronze, the gold, and the copper or the silver, perfectly. Absolutely perfect.
So you know those like the hair weaves that you hair and all that. There's probably called the weave technique. I'm trying to, but is that the sort of size for that, or would it be smaller?
No, you could use it with that. We could call it tiara technique on here.
Tiara technique. Oh, okay. But yeah.
Doing the hair weaves, doing the tiaras, doing the twisting. 0.6 is probably the thickest I'd go.
Right, okay.
So you could do it with that, and it would give you a really, where you want to give height. So it'll give you that bit more structure than your 0.4. Most of it's done in 0.4 or 0.25, because you're tending to use...
You'll get a bit
smaller, higher end
as well, wouldn't it, by the time with the thicker wires?
But that, there's absolutely no reason why you can't use 0.6 in it. Absolutely no reason.
Right. Onwards.
Okay.
Do you want that?
Yeah, I'll borrow this now. You can have that one back.
I'll let you keep
I've shown you how not to do that one. Okay, I'll leave that there for
don't forget, we've got the kit as well. How are we doing on stock on the kit? If you want the kit, you've got all those colours there. You've got your agate, your peach, moonstone. You've got your peach quartz on there as well. You've got your 1mm copper coloured wire, your 0.6 copper coloured wire. So 1mm is 50 metres, 10 metres in the 0.6, and the malachite there as well.
So just wanted to talk you through this one. This one's slightly different. So what I've done, I've ended them all by wrapping them round a piece of 1mm.
Okay.
So whereas with that one I pulled them all together, this one I've put just a simple piece of 1mm, which I've thrown all in the bin because I was tidy enough, at the end, and I've just wrapped each one as I went along over it. If I take that off again, you can just see. It's great this, because you can straighten it out and bend it back again. That's what I mean by malleable. It's fabulous. So if you see at the back, what I've done is I've wrapped them all over, so it just gives you a different way to do a clasp. You could do it with that. I could have put a loop on the end of each one and threaded it through, but I quite liked it like that. And then I've attached the 1mm wire that I've used to run through the gemstones to that and put a clasp on, and I'll show you quickly how I did the clasp. And then I'll talk you through the other ones. I've got some ones there. wrong wire, Alison.
Yeah, because you could have graduated that down, couldn't you, and had sort
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
you've got options there, haven't you, really?
Yeah, you could take it down into a point as well.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
so as you're bending them in, you're just fetching them into the middle and then going along. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Right, so I get 2 lengths of wire. So if you've not been lucky enough to get that finding pack that you had on earlier, which was an absolute bargain.
I think that's gone, isn't it?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it sold out the first finding pack. Sorry about that. You've got to be quick.
To make a clasp like this, very simple. A piece about 15 centimetres longish, something like that. You're going to have too much anyway. Bend it in the middle and you want a nice tight bend. So I've used my flat pliers. Just a nice bend for the end, and just tip the end up. It just makes it slide through the clasp easier.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to swap to my round nose pliers because I want a nice round bend coming there. Okay, so there's your start, and then we're going to split these. Now, depends on how wide you're going, you then measure it against, you see on that one, against your width, and you'd literally just put a loop at each side, and that's as simple as it is. And
That's the beauty of the 1mm, isn't it? I suppose it sort of retains so much of its shape.
Yeah,
in it, so.
yeah. You can do it without strengthening it at all. It's fabulous. What I would tend to do is hammer the ends slightly, just to give it that little bit of hardening, work hardening. Just make a loop on either side. The other thing I tend to do is I use my fingers a lot as measuring, so I'll say that's about a thumb width. Once I've got a size, get out a ruler and actually measure it.
You know, you start off being very, this is how you measure it. You know, it has to be certain, but then you just sort of your eye sort of tells you whether you've got it in the right place or not.
So there you have your quick, simple clasp that you could use. You can use that for all sorts of things. And the other one is just as easy. Take it down to the bottom end of your pliers, your round pliers. Make a loop and put your loop in the bottom. So simple. They're very quick and easy. They're not elaborate, they're not fancy, they're just very plain. So, you know, if you want something a little bit fancier, then obviously you'd need to do more work. But if you just need something that's just going to do the job, you don't necessarily always want something that's elaborate because you don't want to take it away from the piece you're making. And there you go, your instant clasp.
Look at that. Look at that. Easy.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
Well done there, lady.
That's those. And again, we'll just bend that back into shape. There you go.
Nice.
Right, the other things we did was the twisted. Now, I don't know whether you've got any of it yet. Yeah, that's fine. They're both the same technique.
Love those spirals. I love the layers of the spirals. You know, the sort of it's almost like a tree. Like when you're looking through as they're sort of underneath you. It's such a beautiful effect. That
there's you can make. Have you heard of the Tree of Life?
Yep.
Have you seen the Tree of Life jewellery? Normally you have gemstones across the top, so you have it in a frame and you have a little wire tree. Well, you can do it with that. So you can have all those spirals at the top of your tray and actually have one without a frame. So you effectively end up with a Tree of Life that you can just suspend without having the frame around it. So it looks beautiful. It can look fantastic.
It is. I love that.
Yeah. So, right. These these are my twists. Now what I did, this is the one for the bracelet. I took about that long. Yeah. So about 1 metre. I get sort of that way. From holding the wire to about thank you. There you go. About my arm's length. And the other one I kind of did almost doubled for the necklace. Now this is 6 strands, that length. Bent over.
Okay.
So you're twisting 12 strands of
Right.
1 mil.
Right.
And that is so superb.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I know we have twisted wire, and you could do this with the twisted wire as well. So you get a totally different, if each one of these was a twisted wire, you get a really different effect. Fantastic. Especially some of the coloured twists. Fantastic. But if you're getting all those colours, and the lady who was asking about different colours, use 6 different strands or 3 of each colour and twist it. Beautiful. It will look absolutely amazing. The necklace I've got here, that one was done the same, only obviously the bigger length. This one actually I miscounted, so this is 7 length, so 14 strands of 1 mil twisted. Absolutely brilliant for talks. Absolutely superb. And I used, and I don't know whether it's got any, the twister tool. Absolutely amazing. I love this. Absolutely love it. So what I did, and it was Rachel Norris, the wonderful Rachel Norris, who's with you on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah, if you put it in the gap, so if I take this back out, you've got your grippy bit where you normally put it and clamp down on them. You've got a little cutter bit, but you've also got this hole. Let me put my hand behind it, you'll see it better. Yeah, can you see the hole? So if you put it through the hole, rather than trying to clamp, you'd struggle to clamp that many. But if you put it in the hole and clamp it, it's brilliant. That's it.
Okay.
And it still works exactly the same. And then I've literally just done a half knot, you know, I've no idea.
Don't ask me about knots.
No idea what you'd say, you know.
I know, round half. What is it, round 2 and 2.5 inches?
I suppose it's a half
Bow
inch,
line.
is it?
Tie a good bow line, me.
Just twist it over like that. I have no idea what that knot's called.
I don't think there's a knot, is it?
No, you just twist it over.
There's a twist.
And then I've twisted it, and then I hooked that over my door.
As you do.
Just warn other members of the household if you're going to do it, because my husband was upstairs and came down and said, what on earth is going on?
Right.
And unfortunately the door I was doing it on was the one that he came through going downstairs. And it does tend to rattle a little bit. So just warn the others. So yeah, and it would be fantastic with coloured wires. You could put something like a red through this as well, using some of that red wire with some of this. Would look fantastic. Mix it. Brilliant. Love it. Right, so I've roughly shaped this into your necklace shape. The technique is the same with what I've done. So I'm going to put that one to one side. Untwist a bit of this. And these are such, you can make them such impressive pieces, but they're actually quite an easy technique to do. They are quite an easy technique to do. And you can finish these however you like. You could splay them all out, put some beads on, and a little, because we had plenty of beads, and a little loop to the end, and you could do it like that. And that looks fantastic. You could do each of them and splay them. I'd, like you said, stack them up. So what I did with
I love that effect. I love the layer upon layer. Just a real sort of 3-dimensional effect on it.
It does give you a real 3D effect, yeah, absolutely. So on the necklace, on one side, I used, which way around? I did a bead. These are amazing.
And each of these agates are beautifully carved as well. This is in the kit that we've got for you today. I mean, they are just, the quality is stunning.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean about the jewellery?
Yes, I know where you're going with the jewellery.
But do you know, like, because they have they have it all moulded in the sterling silver, don't they?
They do.
Really similar sort of feel to that.
These, like you say, the carving, the detailed in the carving, the depth of the carving is what surprises me. Because you think, oh, it's like a scratch on the surface. It's not. It's a real, and that's what makes them tactile. It's a real, proper, in-depth carving. Beautiful. And you can tell that with the light. These stones. I adored these stones. Absolutely adored them.
By the way, we've got the wire twisting pliers there as well.
Fabulous.
So if you haven't got the wire twisting pliers, there they are. Can we?
Yeah.
So if you haven't got the wire twisting pliers, There we have them there on your screen. 6-inch wire twisting pliers, £8.95. Bit of an essential piece if you can do wire work.
Oh yeah. I mean, those are actually the 9-inch ones.
Oh, these are the 9-inch
but
ones.
But that's only because I had the 9-inch ones.
Right. Okay.
The 6-inch ones will still twist this as well.
Okay. So 6-inch ones. And what are we talking about? Where's the? Is it the length? Is that 9 inches? Is it right?
Yeah.
So just slightly.
That are sturdier.
Okay.
I twist 1.5 wire with that. I'll do 6 strands of 1.5 wire into something like this as well.
And basically the wire just sits around the end, doesn't it? And then you freewheel it and you pull it and that revolves as you pull out.
Yeah.
As you pull that bit there out, then all that bit turns, if that makes any...
Do you want to show that?
Yeah, if you can...
Let's do a quick demo.
Do a quick one. Do you want me to be the door?
Right, okay. You haven't gone to that then.
Hang on.
I'll give you. I was going to say I'll give you a pliers.
I'll have a pair. I'll use our pliers in case.
It doesn't matter. You won't break them. I was going to say don't hold it with your fingers.
No,
Whatever you do,
I've been there.
this sort of thing, don't hold it with your fingers. Right. So I've got into the habit of doing that. You can put it in there if you want. You then press down on that end and slide that across.
So you lock it in.
And that locks in.
Yeah.
And then you pull that, and it doesn't normally do that.
I'm not being a very good holder at this end, really, so...
Right.
Yeah, and that just twists it, doesn't it? There you go, yeah.
There you go.
Easy to use, very hard to explain unless you're actually doing it, isn't it?
And then you just press down on that, which is what I did before.
Pops it out.
And pops it out.
And there we go.
Piece of twisted wire.
There we go, piece of twisted wire. Easy peasy.
Simple as that.
Lemon squeezy, £8.95. I'm surprised we found some of those, because they normally sell out those.
Those are mine. Oh, sorry, you mean, yeah, I'm going to say, you're not having them, they're mine. Right, so I've put my bead on. I'm going to start at the end, same again. Get it to the end. Turn it till it meets. Some people quite often say, I get a funny shape when I begin. Don't panic too much if it's not a perfect circle in the middle. People get so hung up on it. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. In fact, I'm going to do one. Let me flatten that. I'm going to do one without. You can still get it to go right. So if I do, usually it's because you've got your wire sticking up. So that isn't a perfect circle.
Right. Yeah.
Now what you do is you would then start turning it to make the circle. So you're going to get a bit of a funny shape to begin with, but you will be able to turn it into your circle shape, and it's a very funny angle to be doing with it. So you can still coil it up, you just get an interesting design in the middle, which was obviously a design feature to begin with.
Yeah, of course.
Was deliberate.
Of course, that was,
So don't panic if you don't get a perfect circle. I mean, that's very exaggerated.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You can still coil it into a circle, or end up with an oval coil one.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And then we're just going to coil that up.
It's your design. You can do what you like.
Absolutely. And you speak to most designers, and as they're going along, if something changes because of an accident, then that was obviously designed like that in the first place.
Yeah.
Right, when you get down to the bottom, all I've done is kicked it back so that it's coming up rather than sort of off to one side. And then you can decide, I've done sort of 3 across the top. So I've picked out 3 of the topper wires, and then I've sort of splayed these behind to then work out where we're going to put our cloud or tree effect. And that's how I did it. So you're literally just sort of messing around with these to see where they go. And you can move them as you're coiling them.
Yeah.
You can move all those into different places. But as I did, you just start making some a bit longer. So some of these at the back have got a longer leg. They're slightly smaller coils to make them be that further away. So
I love that look. I love the 3D effect. That is amazing. Alison, ladies and gentlemen.
Sped up.
Alison sped up. Don't go anywhere but with Alison in half an hour or so. We've got some more pieces with you. if you want to get involved in our Wirework, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Our Wirework workshop, check out the ad in the break. We'll be back just after this.
Join JewelleryMaker and specialist guest designer Louise Jacobson for our basic wirework course. This class is suitable for complete beginners who wish to learn simple wire wrapping techniques to create stunning structural designs. Louise will teach you all the essential skills to get started, including basic spirals, double connectors and much, much more. The full course includes a range of different wire gauges, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a chance to meet the presenters, and a visit to our gemstone museum. All of this for just $69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker, bringing out the designer in you. JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Download the JewelleryMaker app today. You can watch our JewelleryMaker shows live, view all the details of the item that is currently on air, as well as browsing all the items from today's show. You can also minimize the video or switch to use as a companion app. Get the JewelleryMaker app today and boost your viewing experience.
The fastest way to shop with JewelleryMaker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
Get involved with JewelleryMaker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
And then Lucy said, I think I've married the best guy in the world. Oh, hi. Welcome back to Design Inspiration with myself, Drew Nicholls, the Golden Wonder from Down Under, and Alison, who is showing us her wonderful wirework pieces. Have you ever heard of the koru? Did you guys ever speak of the koru? K-O-R-U. No. Because those, you know the little curls that you do on the end? Yeah. Right, look it up on the internet, right? Because in New Zealand, it's a Maori design called the koru, K-O-R-U, and it's new life, symbolises new life. Oh, really? And it's to do with the fern fronds. You know when the fern fronds are like that? And then they go, yep, that is, so yeah. But there's lots. I tell you, with your wirework, if you look up Maori shapes, Maori designs, there's some lovely, you know, like the Maori tattoos that they get. There's all spirals and some really nice pieces. So.
See, I was going. You ever heard of the triskelion?
The what, sorry?
Triskelion, which is a Celtic one. So you'd have 3 of those spirals coming out of a central piece, which was what I was going to do, but I didn't. I will do one because it's one continuous piece of wire, but you have 3 coils coming out.
Okay, yeah.
So it's similar, but then the Celts and I think there's a lot of crossover.
They travelled. Right, we've got, can I just, I've not seen one of these before. You may have seen one. You'll hear me say that a lot because I basically breeze in and breeze out of JewelleryMaker every now and again and do some shows. I do like it. It's like a little guilty pleasure. I've got this coming up in a couple of auctions' time. This is lovely. I've not seen these before. That's really nice. Got a great price coming up on those as well. Gold-plated copper finding kit. So that's coming up in just a couple of auctions time. We've also got Alison's next kit as well coming up. But I'm going to start off with chrome diopside. We don't have many. Okay. We don't have many at all because obviously chrome diopside is, how many have we got? We've got 11 of these. Now they are considered, but chrome diopside is one of those gemstones. It is only, or Russian diopside, it's only mined for a certain amount of time of the year because basically it gets to something like minus 40 degrees. And it's not so much of a fact that it's too cold for the miners, it's a fact that the ground is just too hard. It gets so hard you can't actually get into the ground to mine the pieces. Chrome diopside is, there you go, now that's a heck of a commute to work, that is, isn't it? Look at that.
It's amazing.
I'd like to go there, but not to work.
I was just going to say, I'd love to go and visit that mine.
Yeah.
More so than the hot ones, because I do cold rather than hot. But that is amazing.
Yeah.
But it's incredible.
I like hot as a holiday, but I like the UK's temperature. As people say, why have you moved here from New Zealand? I quite like the UK's temperature.
But I thought it was kind of similar down there.
Yeah. It's a bit hotter across the board.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's not.
It's not
Yeah, don't believe that, Alison. Right, chrome diopside plain rounds. These are 8mm rounds. Beautiful colour. If you love your green gemstones, you've got so many gemstones to choose from. Chrome diopside is a very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very dense gemstone, So you get a very weighty piece for the size of the gem. If you compare it to, say, something like opal, which is sort of very less, well, a lot less dense. So you have quite a weighty piece for the gem, and wonderful, explicit, incredible greens, beautiful greens. Everything that emerald wants to be, I think, is chrome diopside. It's one of these gemstones that I just think, I mean, imagine if that was a strand of emerald, the sort of money you'd be paying, hundreds of pounds for emerald. But you're getting that gorgeous green, that beautiful green. Chrome diopside, 220 carats. Now we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, so well over 50. Well over 50 individual chrome diopsides, 8mm inside. Diopside comes with dias and opsis for a double vision, double refraction of the gemstone because of the different colours that you see within the gem. But it's that chromium content, again, chrome diopside, because the chromium content is what gives you that green glow, that luscious green glow. Green glow? Green glow. 8mm inside. These are considered towards the top end, but that is why we don't have too many of them either, because again, it is just amazing quality, incredible quality. We've only got how many? 4 left. 4 of these left. I'm assuming you don't see these very often, because in this sort of size, and I mean 8mm, they're good sized pieces as well. Over 50 in a strand. Over 50 in a strand. 0800 644 5, like 6, all the main pieces, and you want to go that little step forward, you want to go that little class forward, then this is the opportunity. You can access online authenticity certificates from your JewelleryMaker account, or add one of our printed authenticity cards for your order for just 50p. So if you want to put these maybe on your stand, and again, it adds that little bit of kudos to it as well. 220 carats. 220 carats, £89.90 on this. Now they are considered, this is very good size for a seasonal gemstone. There's not many seasonal gemstones out there, but this chrome diopside definitely, it's that glow, I think, for me. It's that wonderful chromium glow. The chromium content is what gives you that glow, and they're like little spheres. They're like these wonderful, almost like little planets that you get. This lovely effect. Like I say, the closest gemstone I can compare this to is emerald. $89.95, 220 carats chrome diopside. If you love your green gems, there's lots of gemstones to choose from in the green gems. You know, the jade, the emerald, as we've spoken about. This is definitely, in my opinion, this and Zavarite, Garnet and Emerald are my three.
I've got that strand.
Have you got this?
I was on a show with Becky,
Yeah.
and I saw it beforehand, and I said, can you tell me when it's coming so I can go out and buy it?
Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. This is last of stock, by the way. How many did we have? 100 of these basically went, approximately 100 of these went on the launch. This is the last 10. $89.95. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Your chance, your opportunity, limited. But well done. Yeah, like I said, you know, if you missed out on the launch of those, that's sort of second last chance on those. But I think they're getting close to going on those.
The screen doesn't do those justice at all.
Pardon?
The screen doesn't do those justice at all.
No. Again, it's that glow, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
When you
that
get them
wonderful
home,
sort of neon, almost like a neon glow to it.
you like looking into them.
Yeah,
Amazing,
yeah,
amazing
yeah.
strand. Love it.
Beautiful. Right. I'm a bit excited about this because I've not seen these before. These are your amethyst and carnelian with your. Is it this one here? Or this? This. I have got it right, haven't I? Yeah. This is gold-plated copper binding kit. So you've got. I love all these little pre-made pieces on here as well. They're the sort of thing, you know, you can do them yourselves. They do take, you know, a little while to make. I think probably it's one of those, if you know, getting off, it's really good to get your technique going to make those sorts of things. And you know, or if you just sit in front of TV, if you know, if you want to make up some stock, I suppose, of stuff you can keep using. Maybe if you're just starting and you want an idea, then just looking at these. And then you can repeat them and you can make them up from maybe wire that you buy today. Or, of course, we've got those, you could do some larger examples with the agate.
Absolutely.
Agate beads as well, couldn't we? This is a lovely selection. Now, I love the amethyst. I love the carnelian on here as well. Carn means, this is actually, in antiquity, carnelian would have been a precious gemstone. Because you found in antiquity, they couldn't facet gems. The harder gemstones, they didn't have the tools to facet the harder gemstones. So the precious gemstones were like the Lapis lazuli, the carnelian, the pieces that were workable. If you imagine, if you gave someone a diamond in antiquity, they'd have nothing to cut it with. So they would only be able to use the basic gemstone shape, which is like a double pyramid, like a pyramid with two bases on each other. But with carnelian, you could use the iron tools, you could use the copper tools to scrape away even other stones with you know, we have the Mohs hardness scale of gemstones. So it's amazing how different gemstones become precious over time. We've got amethyst, we've got carnelian, we've got gold-plated copper, you've got the flower charm there, you've got the plain rounds, the oval link, the jump rings, the lobster claw, the plain wheels, the amethyst gem chain, the carnelian gem chain, you've got the round connectors, so many here to choose from. £33.85. You're not paying that. We're having a price crash, a tropical price crash. The price isn't rising, it isn't surprising, it's going real low. Low. £24.95. See, I timed that. £24.95. 2 strands and all these gold-plated copper findings as well. £24.95 on those. Remember, if you purchase today, you only pay £2.95 p per day. But on in there, a nice little handy container as well. Wheels. And you've got your amethyst in there as well. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful colours. And you know, straight away you just want to slot one of those discs in between each of those amethysts there. But a great colours, really complement each other there as well. £24.95 with all those findings there as well. Now we're going to do clear quartz and the pearls. Clear quartz and the pearls. You know, you don't see too many clear gemstones, crisp clear gemstones, because of course your allochromatic gems are coloured by minerals that are present within the Earth's surface. So if you imagine, it's pretty hard to get a pure gem with nothing else upon its conception. So when you think of gemstones such as quartz, they're formed in voids, in empty spaces where the water is percolated up from underneath and sort of evolves into these empty spaces that have come about from maybe trees falling into lava flows. The tree rots away, you leave a void, and then all the crystals start growing in. So to get just pure white, pure cool white, you know, you're probably looking at more rare than a lot of the colours as well. So and again, sometimes less is more, isn't it, in designs?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the sparkle you can get from the clear gems, because the light bounces off it nicely.
Yeah,
Through it or whatever.
And we've got all the coloured wire as well. So, of course, coloured wire
Yeah.
through the centre, you're going to get the colour of the wire.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and you've got the pink culture pearls, your Baroque pearls in there as well. Here comes the price. These are limited, was that? Okay, we haven't got many of these. We have got 35, and that's it. That is it. Last of stock. 35 of these. Your Baroque pearls. Remember, your pearl takes the shape of whatever the oyster has got inside it. So that's why we put a round mother of pearl bead within an oyster to create a cultured pearl, because you want the round pearl and then the round bead and the oyster will cover it in the same shape. And then with these Baroque pearls, little irregular shape, maybe a little grain of sand or something in there, and you get these wonderful irregular sizes. £6.95. At £6.95. 0800 644 655. Gorgeous. We've got 10 of these. So we had 35. 10 of these gone into the basket straight away. 10 of these are in your basket straight away. £6.95. That is the pearls. And you've got the clear quartz there as well. 0800 644 655. £6.95. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I've got a quick question for Alison. Kia ora, Drew. Kia ora, Jane. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Loving the show. Alison, what have you done with the chrome diopside you've got?
I've loved it a lot. I'm just like looking at it at the moment. I've done nothing with it yet. I haven't cut the strand. I just absolutely adore it.
I just like looking at it.
It has actually sat on my workbench. And to be fair, I've been very busy over the last few months because I work full time as well as doing this, and I've been on here a lot. So I keep looking at it, and hopefully this next month I'm going to have a bit of spare time that I can do something with it.
Right. So watch this space.
Yeah. I've also got some black diamonds that I might
love
put
that.
with it.
I've just looked at it. I've just looked at it.
A lot of us do.
Oh yeah. By the way, those they're going to sell out. They're going to sell out. Next up, the Lapis. How many of these we got? Oh, okay, we've got a good quantity of these, so chances are you won't miss out on these if you're quick. These are your Lapis lazuli. Wow.
They're amazing.
You're guaranteed 480 carats. 480 carats. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at all those shapes there. That is gorgeous. Now there's one pack there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly wander over. You don't need to follow me. It's all right. I'm going to borrow that camera. Is that all right? Because this is another selection. Can I just hold that there?
I can.
There we go. And so this is the sort of the different packs that you're going to get. So there's all the different sizes. That's another pack. Aren't they beautiful? I love the way they catch the light as well.
Stunning.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
It's like a find from antiquity, isn't it? It's like a what do they call it? The Staffordshire hoard. You know.
That's quite a weight.
Yeah.
I picked it up.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now you see, can I just do that?
Oh.
How amazing. Where am I? There.
Look at that, nice size, aren't they? You know,
How
and there you go.
amazing would that
You
be?
keep your hand there. I mean, all the different sizes. You know, all the different. I mean, they're perfect, aren't they?
Beautiful.
You know, and if you think, I mean, we've done a lot of bracelets as well. I
Yeah.
don't know if the bracelets
Yeah.
are in there. You know, sort of. I mean, what an amazing collection. You know, the pendants you can do with those as well. And of course they're big enough to wrap, I suppose, aren't they, as well?
Absolutely. Big enough to wrap, perfect for soutache, perfect for setting into clay. You know, you could make you could do it with your silver, but obviously you wouldn't cook them. But you could make a frame for it and then set them in it. Absolutely amazing.
Do you know you can't cook these?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either. No,
I just tend to err on the side.
No, I don't know. I thought I was going to learn something there.
No, sorry, I'm not a clay expert. I'm not a clay expert. But absolutely amazing. But yeah, set them, claw set them,
beautiful colour,
wire wrap them, perfect.
Yeah.
They're stunning. I've never seen them that amazing.
Right. Don't grow too attached to them, Alison. We'll have them. All right. Do you know what? I've got.
Why did you go onto the other camera for? That's so unfair.
Look at that price.
Amazing.
£10.
£10.
Are you having a laugh? Right.
Sammy,
can I go? Can I can go. Right.
Sammy, if you're watching.
I'm going to move those away from Alison. She's starting to hyperventilate.
£10 though. Please be watching.
That is
Sammy.
Ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, get this.
£10.
I always feel like I'm in that scene from Men in Black when I pull this chair. In antiquity, this probably would have been called sapphire as well, because basically any gemstone that was blue when gemstones were first being used was from the word sapphirus, meaning blue. So anything that was blue was known as a sapphire, really. $9.95, and you've got, what is it, guaranteed 450 carats?
That's
80 carats. Guaranteed 480 carats. Hello, everybody. Hello. And natural lapis as well. So this is not dyed lapis, this is natural lapis. Of course, 95% of gemstones have some form of treatment applied to them. It's just the way of the world, it's the way it is. So to get natural gemstones, gorgeous look. And it's almost, I always want to say it's like a pyrite sort of shimmer to it, that wonderful little colour in it. It's a little iron contents within there. Everyone is unique, everyone is different, and it's a real, it's a gorgeous feel, a real gorgeous look and attention to these. I think they're gone.
Oh no.
I think they're gone.
No.
Sorry, Alison. Alison, my aim was. You have to listen to that song, Alison.
I will. On the old YouTube.
Well done on those. Well done on those. Great price.
Amazing.
Absolutely great price. I have. Oh, there we go. I thought you were talking about me then. We've got a little dish. He wasn't. These always remind me of Spurs.
What, the football team?
No, no, not Spurs, the football team. As in Cowboy Spurs.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Because of that.
Yeah.
Because it's only because that little. It's a tenuous link, to say the least. Are these all the same? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we've got here. You get 5 of these, and these are your little ivy leaf pendant ball findings on here. So you'll have to talk me through these, Alison.
So if you've got you could do it with a bead, but if you've got a nice stone that's top drilled, you can put it, instead of having to put wire through and create a bail. That's your bail. So the little stirrup bit will split.
So you basically open that up. So you'd open that up and then just put it and pop right.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sorry if I'm teaching people to suck eggs here, but I really, that is some things are new. Your ways are strange to my people. 95 sterling silver. You got 5 of these, so 5 individual pendants. Could you use these as earrings? No, because they'd be they're not opposite sides, are they? Are they? I suppose you're not really going to notice, are you? Yeah.
Yeah, you could do, but
you could do, couldn't you? Because they're all the same thing. So yeah, could use it. I mean, obviously pendants is what they're used for. Little ivy leaf. Little ivy. I love it. How close can we get in there? Let me look at that detail.
They're very pretty. They look quite substantial, though.
Yes, a nice little pattern on there actually. Here we go. We're gonna get in. Apparently, we're going for a danger shot. There we go. Nice little ivy leaf on there. Lovely little design, and there's the little. And just see if I can turn those. There we go. Turn them around to you, and there you can see there's your little stirrups in there as well. So 5 of these, £8.95. £8.95.
Oh, that's good.
Again, just something, you know, even if you're not planning on doing something right now, just to have them there as.
Yeah, because it adds value. So if you've got some of your high-end gems, it'll add that little bit of extra value to it. So if you're putting it on a silver chain, you want a sterling silver bail for it.
Yeah. Okay, £8.95. A bit limited on those, so if you want those, do jump on rather quickly, pop them in your basket. £8.95. Do not go anywhere, there's plenty more to be seen at the Designer Inspiration, so see you after this.
Join Gemma Crow and take your wireworking to the next level by learning how to use our higher gauges of wire with ease. Develop new skills that will enable you to successfully manipulate, texture and shape your wire into strong, durable and beautiful jewellery. This course includes a selection of wire, 20 pieces of sterling silver flat head pins, a strand of large gemstones, use of all relevant tools, buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and a visit to our Gemporia museum. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker, bringing out the designer in you.
I like the fact that it's a really versatile medium, that you can, you know, you've got no restrictions with it. You can create lots of organic designs, but you can also create a really structural designs as well if you want to. You can mix it with all of your different techniques. You can mix it with polymer clay, with kumihimo, with macrame, you know, and it's just so versatile. You can just do so much, and there's just no limit with it.
Join the incredibly talented guest designer Alison Tarry in her very first wire sculpture DVD. In this edition, you will learn all the skills needed to create fabulous scrollwork designs, including a decorative bell, wire booties and an ornamental box. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Welcome back. I have been told in the break exactly what I'm about to start with, and I've forgotten because I want a Dremel. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I want one of those. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Oh, do you know what? They should have had 2001 Space Odyssey playing while that was coming up, shouldn't they? That was epic. Oh, I love tools. I love machinery. I love tools. My shed is full of stuff that I haven't used. But
you sit and look at.
Yeah, I sit and look at. They're my chrome diopside. You know. Do you know what I want? Do you know what I really, really want? Is one of those mini wood lathes.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't want to make it. I just want to just do that thing, you know, like you used to in woodwork, get covered in shavings and stuff. Oh, right. I've got here. Enough about my hobbies. Back to yours. I've got here for the first time solar quartz in a kit. So this is the other kit that the lovely Alison has had for a week or so. Solar quartz, unakite as well, which reminds me of I think it's Rhodolite in New Zealand a little bit. We've got malachite, cabochon in here, and we've got this beautifully faceted quartz, absolutely gorgeous clear quartz faceted rounds, a full 37 centimetre strand on there, and just to get Alison very excited, we gave you one of your favourite colours.
I know, the antique bronze.
Antique bronze. The antique bronze. You have got, wait for it, 10 metres of antique bronze 1.25. You've got 10 metres of antique bronze coloured copper wire 0.4, 10 metres of antique bronze wire 0.8, and 10 metres of antique bronze copper wire 1.5 millimetres. Anything you want, you got it. You have got it. The colour is amazing. That wonderful vintage, that antique bronze. Isn't it beautiful?
It's stunning, and it goes with virtually anything. I suppose it's back to nature, isn't it? Because it's tree colour. It's bark colour, so it will go with any colour. Yeah. It's amazing, but it'll even go with colours that are close. Like I said before, if you put it with copper or with gold, beautiful toning, absolutely stunning. And if you put it with your red wire, you'll bring that red wire down a bit, so you can change the aspect of it, so it's not so vibrant. Because you've put it with that. Stunning, absolutely stunning.
It's like, you know, when they talk about antique finish, like a patina, isn't it? It's got a, is that the right word? That's the right word, isn't it? The patina of the wood. And this is almost like a wire with a certain patina. It is. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, we've got a quick message, a message for Alison. Alison, have you got one of... Oh, Alison, have got you one of the Lapis cabs at JewelleryMaker. There you go.
Thank you so much.
There you go. There you go.
I was looking out for Sammy's name. I don't know whether she heard me or not.
Well, you're all right. You're all right. You're all right.
Oh, bless you. They're
I've always
amazing.
wanted the Jaguar. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. You never know.
I'd go for the full.
I've always wanted an XF new Jaguar two-door coupe. Anyway, just put it out. You never know. Aren't you supposed to write it down on a piece of paper and send it out somewhere? And it may happen. Probably not. I'll keep driving my Morris Minor. So it's this wonderful colour, this beautiful vintage, gorgeous look. And then you've got these gemstones to go with it. And I think the unakite absolutely lends itself to that gorgeous tone that you see there. And then on top of that, solar quartz. It's a new one for me. Solar quartz. It's a new one for me. Your solar quartz. Love the colour. Absolutely love the fact that you've got this central colour. Quartz, of course, from the name crystallis, meaning ice. The ancient Greeks and Romans believed it was as it was formed by the gods. You have to say it like that. You can't just say it normally, can you?
No.
And then you have these wonderful colours, and you can see all these small little sections here. It's probably like a crystalline quartz, I would say, looking at this. So tiny crystals of your quartz there. Very pretty and very nice. And these are from stalactites.
Oh, they are.
That is amazing. I've never ever seen that. So from the stalactites, obviously they're growing. Tights go down. So so therefore, what's it? Tights go down, and I don't know how you remember.
Stalactite is your attic. That's how I remember.
Stalactites come down, stalagmites go up. So stalactites come down. So they have. So you've got these round, and obviously they're cutting off. And you have these wonderful shapes. Your central dot, you've got your central quartz in here, which gives you a center point, a focal point. it's a little bit like the eye shape that they do in Turkey, isn't it? Sort of a very similar sort of good luck charm to the eye. But wonderful patterns, beautiful pattern display there. 0800 644 655. Remember, if you want to get these. So we've got the solar quartz, and then we have the crisp clear quartz here. The truth is the secret's in the name, really, isn't it? Clear quartz, beautifully faceted. Alison's liking these.
They are so, and it sounds stupid, but they are so clear.
I know.
They are absolutely, if you put them in water, you'd probably lose them, sort of thing.
Yeah.
They are so amazingly clear, and the facets are really quite small.
Yeah.
So they're so sparkly. I love them, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Quality.
And the symmetry of the pieces as well, you know, to revolve that.
Yeah.
And when you've got really good cutting, really good faceting, see how you sort of tend to get the same flash in the same place all the time? That is because, you haven't got any sort of random flashes coming off here, there and everywhere. It's because you've got this perfect symmetry to the gem cutting. So it is really, really pretty indeed. And of course, again, with a crisp clear gem, the colour of what you're threading through, you know, is the colour that you're going to pick up. £47.60. £47.60. It is, of course, designer inspiration. This is the second kit that we gave Alison. We're not going to stop there. £29.95. Look, this is 40 metres of wire here. 40 metres of wire. So you've got 0.4, you've got 0.8, you've got 1.25 and 1.5. That's in your antique bronze coloured copper wire. 40 metres, £29.95. And the solar quartz as well. These are stalactites. These are carved from stalactites, and those wonderful patterns on there. I didn't even touch on the unakite, sorry about that. The unakite is this wonderful colour, beautiful. It's a bit like mookaite is another gemstone. You get these wonderful sort of tones. Do you have mookaite here? Have you had mookaite?
We've had mookaite on the show.
From Mooka Creek in Australia.
Indeed.
Yep. And again, a Gudonite or Gudonite, I think, is a ruby rock. Is a ruby rock from New Zealand. Very, very similar sort of in colours. $29.95. Oh, and don't forget the malachite as well. So you're getting the four strands of wire. You're getting the 4 types of wire there. 40 meters of wire. You're getting the solar quartz. You're getting the clear quartz, and you're also getting the unakite and the malachite there as well. All together for £29.95. Shall we go over and see what Alison's done with it? Shall we? Let's go. Let's go. I'll bring him a cup of tea. It is a fresh cup of tea, by the way, just in case you think I've been like sitting on this one. No. You know, it's not like at the pub and I'm waiting for the next round to be bought, so I'm sitting on it. I wouldn't do that, by the way, if any of my friends are watching. Money doesn't grow on trees, you know. Right. How'd you like these solar quartz? They're gorgeous, aren't they?
I adore solar quartz. I've got quite a few pieces. But look at that one.
It is amazing, isn't it?
It all sort of comes out from the centre, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely amazing. And I think the bit you said about it being like ice, the quartz, where it came from, but that looks to me, it's like something suspended in an ice. Because that's the sort of thing you get from ice. I absolutely adored them. And they're all different. Everyone's different.
Gorgeous patterns.
You know, and that little green in there picks up your little green from your malachite.
Yep.
How cute are they? And that, and every one of these. I just love natural
I like a
gemstones.
kid in a sweet shop.
Oh, I know. You can understand why I've got my chrome diopside sitting there going, I'm going to do these. And these were to die for. The purity and sparkle of that. I'm sorry,
Clarity's amazing, isn't it?
Unbelievable. I've never seen a strand that wasn't a Gems of Distinction strand that had that quality in it. I really haven't. Amazing.
Remember that with all the wires as well, with all the wire that you've got, $29.95. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Cuff bracelet?
Yep.
Is that the terminology?
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'll tell you what, why don't you talk us through these?
Right, so I don't know where I was going with this. I started playing with some shapes, and I thought, I really fancied doing something cuff-wise.
Yeah.
And I was having a ponder about what I was going to do, and I started playing with the jig, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to do something with the jig, and then I followed it through the 3 pieces, and the other ones with the heavy wire. So this is made with the 1.25.
Yep.
So if people like, again, if they've got the, what's 1.25 to start off with, wasn't it? And it shows you what you can do with it. It doesn't have to be just a big piece. You know, because that's not chunky to me. It's big, but it's not chunky. The other one's chunkier. Does that make sense?
This one here.
Yeah, that's quite a chunky, random.
Should I just pop them side by side? Is it all right?
Whereas that one looks more refined.
Yeah.
So one's big, chunky and random.
So that's because you're saying because you use the 1.5 all the way through that, and that's with the 1.5 on the outside and 1.25 on the centre. Yep.
So I started having to play with it, and I came up with this shape, and then I've highlighted it with the crystals. And when you've got that on, as you move your hand, the light bounces off those crystals. Wash my mouth out, those quartz. How could I? But it does, it so bounces off them.
Yeah,
sorry.
Right. Yeah, it's all right, don't worry, I'll have a word with her later.
Drummed out. P45 on its way. It was nice knowing you guys. Could I? So I started having a play, and I thought, well, right, okay, I've got my cuffs, but I need something to wear with it, and I've got these solar quartz, which originally I was going to set solar quartz in that first cuff.
Yeah.
But it kind of evolved that I didn't. So I did the droppers for the necklace, and thought, right, I need to tie them in. So I did the earrings and the droppers out of the solar quartz, and then did the chain with the same piece from the jig to make the start of the chain for the necklace. And then took the quartz around the neck, the clear quartz. But they're so simple a design, so clean. I love, sometimes I do complicated pieces, but sometimes you just want a nice, clear, clean line that shows the gemstone.
I love the way they're just sort of hanging in there, just sort of dangling in there, aren't they? Lovely suspended. They've got their own little framework, their own little picture, because they are pieces of art. Every single gemstone, every single. I mean, sometimes you look at a piece of you look at a piece of jewellery, and you just think every single one of those is different. And that's why we like genuine gemstones. Every single one is different. Every single one is unique. So if you can, I mean, it wants to be drawn attention. You need to draw attention to it. You can frame it as well. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Especially individual pieces like the solar quartz, isn't it?
Oh, the solar quartz blew me away. I love it. I've got some dyed solar quartz, so it's the pink and the green, the tourmaline colours. Like what's it called? Where they're together, something tourmaline.
Sorry, say that again.
I want to say like a grapefruit tourmaline, but it's not.
Watermelon.
But that, thank you.
Yeah.
Grapefruit tourmaline.
New tourmaline found here today. There might be. You know what? There probably is a grapefruit tourmaline somewhere in the world.
The watermelon tourmaline. So I've got some that's that colour.
We'll let you off a grapefruit. You weren't miles away,
It was a fruit.
It's a fruit. Yeah.
But the clear, the white is amazing. Absolutely, because you can see the detail on the other, but it's focused on this. And just the two with that little highlight of that green just jumps out and hits you with the malachite.
And it gets those inclusions, those wonderful natural inclusions. And of course we have the creme de la creme. Look at this.
I just have so much fun making this.
I can imagine.
And I do love the antique bronze. It's so versatile a colour. You can make it chic, you can make it steampunk, you can make it vintage, you can do whatever you like with it, and it fits. It really does fit. And like I say, you can use it to tone other colours up or down and mix it. Fantastic. I'm dying to get hold of some of that red.
Love that. Just the flow of that wirework and the pen. And I think, the symmetry is what, I don't know, what I think I'd find hard to get right, is to make sure that it matches on both sides and everything, which is this used in this is all done on the jig, is it? Where you get all the pieces.
But you see, I'm very much a symmetry, so I find the one on the end, which is random, a lot harder to do.
Right, okay.
Because I find it very hard to do random because I start, oh well, I've got a bit missing there, and before I know it, I've taken the randomness out of it, and I've got an organised piece again.
I've equalled it up. They must be equal on both sides.
Absolutely, it's got to be balanced. Oh my gosh.
Message. I have those clear quartz, and they are stunning in real life. They are. They are so, again, it is ridiculous, but they are so clear. They are so crisp and clear.
Amazing strands.
And this kit, $29.95, is crazy. Now, before we get underway and do the demo, I just need to draw attention to our next little gold wire piece that we're going to do. So in the kit, $29.95, we have a select 40 meters of wire. I've got here your gold-coloured wire. 1.25. We're putting in all these little wire specials for you today, because of course it is Alison here being the designer of the day. Alison, 1.25 millimeters. This is 10 meters in length. 1.25 millimeters. The last time this was on was April last year.
Wow.
April last year. The last time this was offered singly as a single item, April last year. So again, if you've been waiting, sorry you've waited so long. I've been waiting for some wire like you to come into my life. It's here. It's here. It's ready for you to go. So 10 meters, 1.25. Is 1.5? Is that the thickest? Is that the thickest you go to? What's the thickest you guys sell?
We do a raw wire, a raw copper, which is uncoated, 2 mil on the programme. But 1.5 is a really nice wire.
So 1.5, and this being at 1.25, is this good enough for construction for for framework? Yeah, this is all right for framework.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's what I made all of the jig pieces and everything else out of. Yeah, you can do a lot with 1.25.
So this is 1.25, is it on here? Okay, so the little swirls and curls on the necklace is 1.25. You'll know what it looks like in a piece of jewellery. So they're sort of they're structured enough, but you can still work with them.
Yeah.
£6.95.
Ooh, bargain. If you've got, I know it's wrong. If you, what can I say?
You're wrong. I've spoken to Alison and she says you're wrong.
It's wrong when I'm on the show.
£6.95.
Can't buy it.
That's crazy. Crazy. There you go.
If you've got the antique bronze, get the gold, because they go perfectly.
Was that both of them together?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. If you've got the antique bronze, look, there's the gold.
Beautiful.
Look, interwoven together. How nice is that?
Stunning.
$6.95 for the gold. And it's Euro. Right. What are you gonna do for us, Alison?
Right. We're gonna start with the jig.
I'm gonna get my tea while you're doing that. Here we go. I've got it here.
Right. So the cuff, the first cuff.
Yeah. So this is the 1.5 with the 1.25 and the quartz beads. So
those are the individual pieces. If I pull that back a bit. Okay. So that's basically a unit I've made for it.
Oh, okay.
And it's all made up of those. It's surprised, isn't it? It wasn't the shape you thought it would be. But you can play with this shape. I've used a variation of this shape for all sorts of things. It is so versatile, but it's very, very easy to do with this wire, this size, on the jig. So if I pull this in here, ignore these. I've used them for something else, but they have little rubber stoppers on the back to stop them coming out. So rather than me faff with them, so this is the pattern that we're using. Okay. Now I've got this. We do a couple of jigs, and I think you've got one coming your way. I spied.
Here's what I prepared earlier.
So useful, the jigs. So useful, because you can see, you can churn out these while you're sitting there watching TV, sitting there churning them out, and before you know it, you've got enough to make a cuff or a necklace, or even, I mean, I fancy, having a piece and then putting it on a like a cummerbund, but for ladies, like a what do you call it when it goes around the middle?
There's a
belt. Sorry.
A belt. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. I didn't think the answer to that was going to be that easy, Alison. I didn't want to go for the,
My brain's having a moment.
That goes around the middle.
You get used to me.
It's all right. I'm getting there, Alison. I'm getting there. Next time it'll be a whole different show, believe me. When I see these, I think I was thinking this when I saw the necklace that you've done. it looks so complicated because you look at the whole thing, but when you need to break it all down, don't you, into your individual pieces, which is what you're doing for us right here.
So
by the way, we have got a jig. I don't think we have the metal jig, but we have the plastic jig.
Which is fine.
Which is fine, absolutely fine. It comes with 2 DVDs as well, which is Wirework Edition 1 and Wirework Edition 2. So there we go. There they are there. So that is, again, this is, so Edition 1, is this sort of entry level, are we talking? Yeah.
And the picture on the front of Edition 1 is a Tree of Life I was saying earlier.
Oh, right.
So if you looked at that, you can convert that with the spirals we were doing in the first, and make a spiral one of those with or without gemstones.
Oh, that's amazing, in a pendant.
Yeah.
Is that on that DVD?
Yeah.
Is that, so you can make that.
Yeah, it's not I think it's Laura Binding who did
right,
that. It's amazing. But I've actually done one on a ring as well.
Oh, right.
It on a ring, and you can do that in any shape you like. You can make little scenes. You can have a branch with a little swing hanging down, and put a little pond on it. You can build it up.
Oh my God, it's
so
amazing.
Much.
And you've got the.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, there we go. We're just gonna. Oh, look at that, Amelia, your renegade.
I love opening things.
She opened the packet. And this is your jig, your white wrap jig. So basically, you have your little bits of pieces, your little pegs, which you can place on there, and you pop those off, and obviously you pop them in there. Which
exactly the same principle.
Exactly the same principle, but in a place when you've got a few little templates here as well, haven't you? To get you started as well. So
fantastic for making chains.
So there you go. There's a couple. I don't know why I'm showing it to you flat because I need to hold it up. So there's a couple of little shapes there to start you off, and I'll just flick it around. You can see on the other side. There's a few things there, and of course you can sort of make your own, can't you? Have a little muck about.
I'd never noticed that. If you turn it over again, they give you 2 blank ones, so you can actually make your own patterns. So if you get it, photocopy that, and you've got the template to play around with and make your own patterns. And actually, you could put this on and say this is for this, and save it somewhere so you know what to do.
So that is the jig and the 2 DVDs. You wait for it. Wait for it.
Sorry.
The DVDs come to £9.90. You want to get involved in Wirework? Today is the day you start your journey.
Yeah.
Today is the day you start your journey. £7.95. Look, we've got the gold as well. Remember, we've just done the gold wire as well for £6.95. Crazy. Well, I won't interrupt you again. I promise.
You will. It's not a problem.
I might do. Not too later.
I've lost my wire.
Not too later.
Right. So with the 1.25, to do this, we've got the big one, which you have in there. 2 of the. I've got 4 sizes with this one. I think you get 3 sizes with that one.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Play with your sizes. So you want the 2 big ones and 2 smaller ones. The smaller ones are literally only to make the loop with.
Yeah, I think there is 3 sizes.
Okay.
In there.
You can play with the size. I've done mine. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll photograph that so you can put it on the back.
Yep.
So you can get the template from it. But you can play with the sizes. It'll just mean it's a bigger or smaller piece.
Yep.
But the 1.25 will cope. Even if you did it big, it would cope with it. Okay. So put it around your little one first, all the way around. Press it down. Now I hold mine in because my little stoppers on the back sometimes come loose. I'm just being cautious because I don't want the wire to slip under my peg.
Yep.
So I tend to put my finger on it. It's just something I've gotten used to doing. So I'm coming all the way round the other big one, swap my fingers over. You can take it, make sure that's down, and then it doesn't look so bad. Right, let's start that again. We've gone round there, we go all the way round there, and then we're going to go round the little peg again.
Yep.
Push it down. It is a lot easier if you don't have it on the reel. Right. And you're not doing it in front of live television. And you end up with something like that. Okay? If you have left it on the reel, it's simple. You waste no wire. But if you wanted to take it off, what I would suggest you do is do one, unwind it, measure that piece of wire, add yourself a little bit on to finish there, and then cut those It just means you'd have a little bit more wastage.
It's very popular, very popular. So if you want the wire wrapping jig and the Wirework edition 1 and 2, very popular. So please, please, please do pop that in your basket. Don't miss out on that.
So what I would do then is with my whacker plates, which I think are in. Could you do me a favour? They're just in that bag down there. The 2 white nylon block things. Whacker plates.
You know what? There's too much material there, not enough time, and it's too early in the afternoon.
I'm not even going down when I used to work in the stables, but we'll ignore that. Right. So I'm not going to whack it because it makes a lot of noise, but basically you'd do that with it, and all you're trying to do is flatten it onto one plane and work hard on it a little bit.
Go on, I'll cover mine, right? You whack it. It's a good whack.
Yeah, and it just flattens everything.
Flattens it out.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it just work hardens it a little bit. So I'd give it a couple of whacks, move on to the next. You can do it with a hammer and block. Brilliantly. We sell all of these. I don't know whether we've got any on the website, but hammer and block these. I tend to do it probably on a nylon block.
Called whacker plates.
These are called whacker plates.
Yeah, they are actually called whacker plates. Yeah. If you're looking for them.
They are whacker plates. Honestly, I do not jest. But they're brilliant. They're basically hard nylon. They're fabulous. If you want to be quiet, because my old dog gets a bit funny about me making that much noise, you can try and squeeze it, but it doesn't have quite the same effect.
It's that they're hard enough, but they're not going to mark the wire. They're not going to scratch the wire.
They're nylon, they will not mark the wire. Brilliant. Right, so basically I did a whole load of these, and then you start playing with where you want to go with them. So for this, basically, I've gone that way. I'm a very ordered person in most things, apart from when I'm untidy. So some things I've got to be very ordered. I'm very odd. You've no doubt noticed.
It's fine, it's fine. We're a match made in heaven, Alison.
So I have some of Mark's tendencies. In all my gemstones are colour coordinated. They're all in boxes. They've all got to be in the right order. All me books. When my husband moved in, oh God, it's trauma, because he puts books anywhere. Mine are all by author, by genre. Oh my goodness. And it's like, what's that book doing over there? Well, I don't think we get on. But then I'm also untidy, so basically I started playing with shapes. Right. And I quite like that. I thought that was quite a nice design. And then for the necklace, it's simply doing that with it. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Now you could actually see, to look at that, see here's the necklace here. See, to look at that, I thought that it's a, can I just place a bit of paper in behind there? Is that, have we got something right? Yeah, actually that, Lou, give us a whacker plate. If I pop that in there, because I actually thought that was one single piece. Please. Yeah. And this is what I was saying. It looks really complicated, and it's just learning the techniques, isn't it, and breaking the individual pieces down. So it started playing with all these different shapes, and I was like, right, I'm happy. So once I've got my two, then decided how to put them together. Now I wanted this to be fairly solid. You could leave it so that these were flexible, so you could actually jump ring them together, and you'd have a very flexible, different effect. But I wanted it to be fairly solid. So instead of going for the 0.25, I actually went for the 0.8 to wrap with. Right. If you've got dexterity issues, it's quite tough. No, it's not too tough, but it's tougher than the 0.4. So I would use, if you're worried about it with your fingers, because I know my mum suffers with arthritis, so she'd struggle to do it with this, do it with the 0.4. Right. And you won't have any issues. But I wanted sort of, it's also a bit quicker with this because you don't have to do so many wraps. I was going to say, so you double up based on what you're wrapping. Yeah. So I did them in units of 2. Yeah. So I built them up in 2. So I did the centre ones first. So you want one couple of wraps round the middle. Now what you'll notice is I've done this the wrong way. So I won't do that. Now see, if Carol was here, she'd be putting me down the chute. I start off on that side because I want to go across onto the other one. and I just wrap that around there a couple of times. Now if you notice, I'm not leaving that too short. People say
otherwise you're gonna
you hurt your fingers.
Yeah.
I do an awful lot of wire wrapping with a lot of other projects I do, and people always say to me, "Oh, my tips of my fingers were killing me." It's because your piece of wire is too short. Okay, so fetch it down, put your gemstone. I just love these, absolutely love them. Look at that, how clear is that?
I know, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
I know. Well, I loved all the gemstones, absolutely amazing. Sit it on top of your little hole, your little loop.
Oh, okay, yep.
Wrap it once round, fetch your other piece in.
So basically, when you've come off that loop, you've run the wire across the top of the small little hole that you've left there, and then the bead just sits in there.
Yeah, and it's just suspended above
so
that.
Is that by sheer? Is that sort of by luck that the hole that you've created is the same? Does it matter? Or does it not really matter? As long as the hole's not bigger than the bead, it's fine, isn't it? Because it's going to sit in there anyway.
If it was bigger than the bead would sit in it.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter. I did actually do it to be right size.
Right. Okay.
So that hole is actually probably the outside of it is probably the diameter of the bead.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was kind of by design.
Yeah. We'll go by design. Yeah.
Right, so I've taken the second and I've gone the long piece to the long piece. So I've done the same for every one. So this is where my it's got to be the same bit of my brain comes in. Wrapped it once round and then fed my next bead on. And pop it up through there and wrap round couple of times, and then you can snip that off, and then just squidge it a bit if you've left it a bit open like that one to tidy it up. So we've now got one unit.
Yep.
Okay, we then start putting our units together. So when I find out I've done this unit in the other direction, I have. Yeah, so. Oh dear, Alison.
That's right, we get the gist.
You get the gist.
We get the gist.
Right. When you're doing this, don't do it about 5 or 6 days apart because you forget which side you've done it on. So.
You can't even do. No, there's no way out of that, is there really?
Right, let me just do that. I'm doing it again. Right, so it would be that way round.
The twisting pliers, by the way, are on the screen. Alison's pliers are on screen. The twisting pliers. The 9-inch ones. Oh, we found the 9-inch ones.
Oh, right, excellent.
We found the 9-inch twisting ones. These are the big.
They've dropped them in the bag down there. Sorry.
Yeah, so these are the big twists that we did before. We had the 6-inch earlier on. We found the 9-inch, so we have got a few of the 9-inch ones there available.
Thank you.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There we go. There's the this twisting pliers. So these are the ones. A few people were asking if we had the big 9-inch ones. Yes, we have. So that's the bigger example. Smaller ones are just as good, but yeah, slightly larger ones. I suppose if you want to do the thicker wire.
Slightly larger for doing. Sorry, I'm interrupting. It's a bad habit of mine.
It's all right. It's fine.
Apologise.
It was. I was aiming that towards you.
So if you were doing multiples of the bigger wires, the 1.5s, then I would go for the bigger ones.
Okay.
Only because you can get more wire in. They're both very sturdy. They are both very sturdy.
Very simple. You lock your wire in there, and then basically with the wire hanging out the end there, you pull that independently, and that spins. Obviously, that spins, which means if you're pulling that out, that spins and spins your wire. Very simple on that. So that's the 9-inch. We've also got the 6-inch available on the web as well. Don't forget the kit that we've got for this. We have your copper, 40 meters of copper wire. You've got your solar quartz, you've got your clear quartz, you've got your unakite, you've got your malachite on there as well. And the kit was $29.95.
Fantastic.
Was that right? $29.95 for the kit. $29.95 for the kit. The graphics you got up at the moment is $6.95 for the wire twisting pliers, but the kit is $29.95. So yeah, some great. I mean, 40 meters of wire in the kit. That's what we're working on just here. Right, how are we doing?
We're fine.
Are we? You done again?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Right. So I'd have my several units.
Let's just have a quick reminder of what we're making. Here we go. This is what we're doing here. Oh, we're making the cuff, aren't we? I'm enthralled with the necklace. There we go. So we're making the cuff.
So you'd build all your units up, then to join your units on, because here's one I prepared earlier.
Oh.
So what I did is I made all these units of 2 and then put them together and joined them up.
Yeah.
Now I've edged that one, but equally you could actually just use it without the edge.
Yep.
But that you would have to put a fastener on this because it wouldn't hold its shape.
Yep.
Because it's got nothing holding it.
So by using the thicker wire, that's how it's retaining.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've only got our 2 beads on here. So what we need to do is fit that to there. So we've done all the central ones. We now need to do these edge ones to join it in. Okay, so if we go turn it round, starting on that side, and again I'm using plenty of wire because you've got plenty. If you leave it too small, it will hurt your fingers. So I'd always have at least a centimetre and a half at the end. But I probably have cut a bit too much. Do a few wraps, a lot too much. Where am I going? That way. Do you know what? When I've been really rushed and I've had very little time and I come here and I've been like 90 miles an hour to get here, it all goes seemingly, because I've had ages.
The way you looked at me then, Alison, I thought you were going to blame me.
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you know what?
No, absolutely not.
Whenever I have anybody else presenting when I'm doing a show, Drew, it goes absolutely smoothly. You turn up, Drew, and I know you weren't going to blame me.
Absolutely not. It's me.
I love the colour. I'm amazed how well the colour works with those with the clear quartz as well.
Oh,
beautiful clear quartz, isn't it? All that faceting on there as well. Don't forget you got the solar quartz as well. I don't know how often you have that, but that's stalactites. They're stalactites that have actually been cut off and faceted. Amazing. By the way, while Alison's getting that sorted, Alison, purple wire.
Love the purple wire.
We did this because we knew you were wearing purple today,
did you?
Alison, so we thought we'd colour code ourselves. This is what, sorry? 100 meters clearance wire. Okay, 100 meters, 109 yards, should be $27.95.
Go and upset me.
Are you ready? Alison's going to get really upset now. How many of these have we got? Okay, you need to be quick on these. £14.95. £14 that's 100 meters.
You couldn't do that when I'm not in a demo, could
100 meters? No.
Go on.
I could have done, but it wouldn't have been much fun. £14.95. That is right. If I could run 100 meters, I would demonstrate 100 meters to you. But I can't because I'm not sporty. $14.95, 100 meters, a purple coloured silver plated copper wire, 1 millimeter wire. You buy this, you are never going to have to buy, are you? Or for a very long time, you're never going to have to buy your purple coloured silver plated copper wire. This is, did I tell you this is 100 meters? 100 meters. Well, Alison, 100 meters. Would you like one of those, Alison? Would you like, look, 100 meters? Look, 100 meters. If this wire could talk, it would sound just like Alison. Say I'm 100 meters long, Alison.
I'm 100 meters long.
There you go.
And I belong to Alison.
She's so small. Look, look. I've got Alison in my hands. I've got Alison in my 100 meters. Boom. That is awesome. That is
absolutely
awesome.
awesome.
If you want to get hold of it, pop it in your basket. It is the sort of colour.
Combination.
Yeah.
Look at that colour combination.
Do you know what? That's what I love about this. This colour goes with just about every other colour that we've had on it. It's going to go with the red. We've got the red wire as well available. We've got the gold. Is the gold still available or is it sold out? Is the gold still available, the gold wire? The gold wire is still available. We've still got the gold wire. This is going to go at £14.95 for 100 metres. Buy it once. Buy it once. I can't say you're never going to have to buy it again because obviously it's not like a magical infinite roll of wire, but it's going to last a very long time. Buy it once, job done. You won't have to worry for that for a year.
Get this, get that, and make that plaited cuff I made earlier. Or this and copper as well.
Oh yeah, and yeah, intertwine. I'll tell you what, get that, and get that, and then you can twist it all together, can't you? Do you like that? That's the noise it makes. That's the noise it makes when the batteries are fully charged. It doesn't make any noise. Don't worry about that. Right, £14.95. £14.95. What was that? 15. We've got 15 minutes apparently. Add that to your order. 100 meters of purple wire. Crazy.
Right. Are we back?
We're back. We're back.
Okay. Right. No, sorted out. Yeah.
Stay with me, Alison. Stay with me.
Oxygen.
It's all right.
Right.
All right. Do we have a fan? I've got one fan.
Right, you're doing the two together when you're going across the top ones. Okay. So each of them has got the two together.
Yep.
So you're wrapping a couple in to do the two. Never did I think this design would be so complicated. You're wrapping that. I'll leave all my little tails to the end.
So it's where they naturally fall together is where you join them, isn't it, really?
So you're taking it over there, and then you're joining your next piece in.
Yep.
So you're going over the two there. There you go. And that's where you're joining them together.
Okay.
So hold those two together, wrap it round a few times, and then when we go to the other side, you'll see we're going to do the same thing. Okay.
By the way, the wire's going out the door. If you want the wire, it is, in seriousness, £14.95 for 100 metres. If you want that,
Multi-buy.
please do add that to your order. £14.95. It's a crazy price. Crazy price. I'm just letting you know because they are going. There's lots of people coming in for those. So well done. Well done.
That's an insane price. Right. So then we've
I'll put that one in my pocket for you later, Alison. All right. How's that?
Right, so then we've got the join to make there, so we start off with the two. And I'm twisting it so that your main piece is coming over the hole and your tail is doing the twist away from that, and that's so that it'll sit tidy with the bead. Okay, so then that naturally goes over the hole.
Yeah.
Okay. And through there, and then that builds up usually very quickly. Usually.
I blame myself.
No, I don't. I blame me. I always blame me. Take responsibility.
But again, it's all the different techniques coming together to making one piece of jewellery, isn't it? And once you've and I love these sorts of pieces because you've got the jig, you can sit down. I think that's what's great about this hobby as well. You know, whether you're doing it for business, whether you're doing it for a hobby, is you can watch TV.
Yeah.
While you're doing those sections, you know, you can make them all up kind of, and then when you come to putting them together, that's when you can sort of put the finishing touches on, just make sure they're all symmetrical and everything, and then spend the time on this part of it.
Yeah. So when you get to the end, you're going to have a two and a single.
Okay.
Because you've only got the bead, and then you're going to put your wire there. So let me just get rid of that bit there because I want to use that in the other one. So if you've done it wrong, you just snip it off.
So what was the issue there? Why are we taking that off?
Because I want to use it over there.
Oh, I see. Right.
For no other reason to do the necklacey bit.
Right. Okay.
To show you the difference. There we go. So, but that I think would look brilliant.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if you doubled that and built it up, you're almost getting to corset size.
And all you've done with the case of this one here, you've just put the, thicker wire.
With your 1 mil. Now I would be tempted, one of the few times I will measure. Doesn't have to be, when I say measure, I'm not necessarily talking in centimetres, inches. I'm talking, I'd want that side to be the same as that side.
Yeah.
So I would measure it either with a spare piece of wire. If you've got a ruler, fine. If you've got the edge of this, fine. But I want them to be the same. Okay.
Yep.
And what I've done at the end, literally, I've gone to there, found out where my corner is, measured that distance with whatever means you're going to do, measured that distance so your corners are in the right place, so you're ending up with an oblong.
Yep.
And then at the ends, I've met them in the middle with just a little loop, which I've wired in with the 0.4.
Okay. Yep.
Just to tidy. Let me turn that, and then you'll be able to see it. There you go. So just to tidy the ends, you could double them over, you could hide it over here somewhere, but I didn't mind it. You could do a flourish, you could turn that into a hook if you wanted to hook round here. So there's a loads of possibilities you can do with that. To bend it, particularly with the other one, a piece of very, very expensive equipment. Most households have them. I used to rolling pin,
aren't you?
If you haven't got a bracelet mandrel, a rolling pin, because then you can tweak it wider if you want.
When I get my lathe, my wooden lathe, I'll turn you up. I'll turn you something up. Yeah.
Well, actually, my father-in-law's retired shop, whatever, woodwork teacher.
A retired shop? Your father-in-law's a retired shop?
Shop teacher, you know, do they call it shop in America?
No, they don't, no. I know what you mean.
But he's basically woodwork, metalwork teacher. He's got a full-size
Oh my goodness, I can imagine.
Amazing stuff.
Is he retired now, is he?
He's retired.
I can imagine.
Stunning.
That's me. That's me done.
Yeah.
That's me.
Down in Devon, next time you're in Devon, pop in and see Bob.
Yeah.
See his lathe.
One day.
Fabulous.
One day I'll have my own lathe.
So that's that piece, that cuff. So once you built it up, it's actually very simple to build up. You can make it as big as you want, you can double it, you could actually double the height of that if you really want to.
So they actually have a wrist mandrel, do they?
Yeah, you can get a bracelet mandrel.
Oh, right.
There's actually one next door.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
I've not seen one.
It's about this big and steel.
Right.
And it's basically like a ring mandrel, only bigger.
Yeah.
Wrist size.
We've got some. We've been doing wire all the way through this. We've got some memory wire here.
Woohoo! I remember that.
There we go. What would you do with the memory wire, Alison?
Well, it's great for starting. You see, I actually love the rings. Actually, almost using most of the coils.
Yeah.
And using the memory wire as part of the design. So feed some beads on it, some little beads on it, and have them in strategic places, and then actually leaving them all clumped together. I've actually made a tree of life with one once.
Okay.
You can use it for frames, you can use it for necklaces, you can use it all sorts of ways. You don't restrict yourself to just using it for where you think, but for making quick bracelets and things like that, it's fabulous.
So is the trick of the night what you bend it to, it stays at? Is that?
Yeah, but the idea is, I mean, it's already. If we get to the end, and one size fits all.
Oh, I see. Right, okay. I've not seen memory wire before. I'm completely new to memory wire.
So you've instantly got a bracelet.
Oh, okay.
So if you've threaded beads
whatever
on,
you like on it. Right.
Very, very quick. Two or three coils. Very quick. If you're doing fates or craft shows or things. Good sellers. Very quick. Put your gemstones on. Yeah. Use your healing gemstones, use patterns, use colours, whatever you want to do. Very quick and easy. And the same with the necklaces. 3
colours, memory wire tool, rose, gold, gold and silver on that. You're getting the 3 different sizes. The ring, the bracelet and the necklace. The ring, the bracelet and the necklace. And how much? $6.95. $6.95 for all 3. Don't have to choose. Oh, do I want the silver? Do I want the rose? Do I want the gold? No, you can have all three. All three for £6.95. There we go. Memory wire trio, including rose gold, gold, and silver. So that's all three sizes there. £6.95 for those. So approximately 10 coils of necklace wire, 14 coils of bracelet wire, 14 coils of ring wire, and in those three colours there. £6.95.
And on the website, I've got a feeling it's Gemma's done a memory wire DVD. Gives you all sorts of amazing things to do with it.
There we go. 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 Right. How long have we got? No, 5. All right. We're 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Alison. No pressure.
Right. Shh, shh. Don't set me up again. Right. So with our 2s for the necklace, all I did, instead of doing them like that for the bracelet,
Yep.
I placed them one up. Each one went one up, and I think I used 3 lots of 2.
There we go. I'll bring the necklace in. We can have a look at that.
Oh no, I only used 2 lots of 2. So instead of when you get to that one, you're wrapping it around there, and all I did was lift the tail and just undid it and wrapped it around there, and the same with that one and that one. So as you're going along, oh no, you don't undo the middle ones. Those two stay the same. You attach those, and away you go.
It just
same way you've attached.
Again, there's just so many, and there's so many different. It's endless, isn't it?
Yeah.
How you can join them, how you could join them, how you could make them interact with each other. The different cords, a different size. You could put something in between, you know, to again break up. Oh, it's just
See, you get a slightly different effect if you start turning them the other way. You get different effects.
Yeah.
So you can play around with them, and it's just about connecting them. And if, like I say, if you connect them with jump rings, you get a lot looser, you get a lot of movement with it. If you want them that more solid, then wire wrap them.
I mean, obviously, if you do a lot of wire work, you would have known the technique. But for me, somebody who's never seen that before, I looked at that, and I honestly thought there was one piece of wire.
Right.
Just the way they all sort of
fit together.
Yeah. And I think that's what I like about JewelleryMaker is you can make something that's incredibly intricate, it looks incredibly difficult, and maybe you're thinking, oh, it's outside of my skill set, it's outside of my skill level. But if you just break it down, isn't it? Break it down to the different, the different little nuances, the different techniques, and you can come together and make some amazing pieces. And you've got, I mean, even you've used them as a clasp at the back as well.
Just made two mini ones and used it as a clasp, which finishes it off. And you were saying about the chain, that's the same as your little chain.
Oh yeah.
So I've just done little little loop chain on those quartz. Amazing quartz.
God, yeah.
Amazing.
So don't forget, this is the kit. This is the kit that Alison's had for a week or so. We gave you 2 kits. So the first one we've done. This is the second kit, which is the antique. Is it what do they call it? The vintage
antique bronze.
Antique bronze, isn't it? The antique bronze. You've also got the unakite in there as well. You've also got the malachite in there, but you've got 40 meters of wire. 40 meters of wire. There's the kit. The kit was $29.90. I keep on forgetting it. $29.95. $29.95. I mean, 40 meters of wire in there as well. That's great. And then to add in your solar quartz and your round quartz on there as well. $29.95 for the kit. The $6.95 is for the memory wire. That's what we've just done before. Another quick flash of the memory wire. So you've got the 3 different sizes, and you've got the 3 different colors on there as well. £6.95. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, Alison, once again. Absolutely marvellous. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the break, and we'll be back to challenge Alison.
Join guest designer Alison Tarry on her Wire Brooches DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all as Alison guides you through a step-by-step guide to create these fantastic designs. The easy-to-follow steps shown on the DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and will show you the best techniques to get you started. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
it's the versatility. You can do anything with wire work. You can make very delicate pieces, you can make huge, great big structural pieces. You've got so many different gauges to use, and we've got the twisted wire, you've got all the colours in it. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, if you go on the website, the range of products you've got in the wire is phenomenal. You've got something for everything. So if you're doing very delicate jewellery, and you can make it so delicate with the 0.25 wires for wrapping, or you could do something like me with a big structural piece and you're using the 1.5 and the 1.25 wires for your frames, and then all the ranges in between. It's just, I enjoy it. I love it. It's fantastic. You can keep going forever, you can do whatever. There's nothing that you can imagine that you can't make out of wire. Not that I've found yet, anyway.
Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better.
Okay, well, just enough time for me to thank all of the guys for helping to put together the show. In fact, thank you for joining us. Thank you, and good night.
And you can join me on The Late Show from the 2nd of February. Don't you worry about Ed McKay, you can catch him on the Designer Inspiration Show. See you soon!
We know you need the right tools for the job, so until the 31st of January, we'll be offering the large toolkit for the price of our small toolkit at a fantastic $9.95. Just type in the on-screen code on the website or ask for it to be added onto your order from our helpful call centre team on 0800 644 655. Grab this offer while stocks last.
Welcome back. Where's mine? Why does Ed and Vicky get a VT? Is that because I'm part-time? I don't get a VT. I'd like a little, he's Doctor Who. Who would I be? Don't answer that, actually. Just don't answer that. Do you know when you ask a question and you realise, Alison, I shouldn't have... I don't really want the answer to that. Right, coming up in one auction's time, we've only got 12 of these left.
Only 12?
Only 12 of these left.
No, only 11. Only 11.
We only got 11. Would you like one of these, Alison?
I might do.
Yeah? I might do. Alison has been justifying the... Because I haven't spent much. I haven't for ages. So, I haven't spent much, so let me know when we do it. We're going to do this in one auction, Alison.
In one auction?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's all right. I'll give you...
Give me plenty of time, I'm slow.
Plenty of time, Alison. All right? You do know. If Alison doesn't get one of those, right, so... all right, you need to give me... how long do you need, Alison?
Give me a couple of minutes to get in there and make sure my tablet's booted up. And
all right, I'm going to start. We'll do it third auction. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Oh, you know what?
It's got to be some perks.
Multicolor tourmaline, plain rondelles, 4x1 and 18 centimetre strand here. Tourmaline, over 100 different varieties of tourmaline, over 100 different, colours in your tourmaline. You have beautiful selection of tones, this lovely rainbow. When I looked at this, I always sometimes wonder if these are sapphires as well with these colours, you know, because you get, again, an allochromatic gem, a gemstone, which you can find in many, many different colours. Sapphire, of course, every colour except for ruby, which is red. Yes, ruby, I did just say ruby, Alison, just to remind you. These are your tourmalines, again, wonderful tones. From the word tourmaline, mixed precious stone. The story goes that a guy found a collection of gemstones, didn't know what they were, so wrapped them up in paper and wrote tourmaline, which is Sinhalese for mixed precious stones. We didn't know what they were. Sent him off to a laboratory. It was found to be a new gem type, tourmaline, and therefore that's what they named the gemstone. 30 carats, multicolour tourmaline, plain rondelles, nice strand, lovely colours, a real good selection, a real strong selection of colours throughout these pieces. So again, if you want to do a rainbow effect such as this, or if you want to do individual pieces, maybe a couple of little drops, maybe little kind of accents at the bottom of a pair of earrings or something, some spaces in here, you're going to find a number of pairs. You're going to find a number of two of the same colour within this one strand, 18 centimetre strand. Now then, we've got a price for you I think you're going to like. 0800 644 655 should be over £20, £17.95. That is a massive strand. It's a huge selection of colours. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful piece. And of course you get the authenticity card as well. I'm just looking at here as well. If I just close in on the end here, of course I can't guarantee these the one that you'll get, but you've actually got almost like little mini watermelon tourmalines on the end here, and little pinks and greens in the same one. Gorgeous. $17.95 for a full strand. $17.95. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful colours. Beautiful colours. You've got a refractive index of 1.6 on this, so it's quite a sparkly gemstone. The refractive index is the amount of which the light bends when it hits the gemstone. $17.95. Gorgeous. Love my tourmaline. Do like it. Gorgeous colours. Absolutely stunning, stunning colours. £17.95 on that. If you want to get involved, dial the number at the bottom of the screen or pop it in your basket. Don't forget, one auction. One auction's time, Alison.
I'll be off.
This is your warning. One auction's time. Very limited. Very, very limited. Now, fire opal.
Another favourite.
Fire opal.
Oh my goodness.
This is a lovely, lovely selection of fire opal. Beautiful fire opal. I was talking before about how gemstones are created. So you have these, voids within the lava flows, and water percolates up. And in the case of, say, this is from Mexico. In the case of Oregon, it's can I just say, coming up in one auction time, I've got ruby. Look who's gone. Do you know what? Wish I could shop on the job. Look, there she is. We're getting it. Look. Getting paid. It's a lovely job, isn't it? Fire opal plain small nuggets. So she says, "Let me go early because I need to load up my tablet and stuff. I need to load up me iPad, or other pads are available." This is your fire opal plain small nuggets. I do like fire opal. Wonderful colour. So basically, the water percolates up into these voids, and you have these wonderful silica-rich gems. Now, before I was talking about the density of gemstones and how some gemstones are denser than others. Opal, because opals are made of, if you imagine a bag of marbles, now opals are made up of silica spheres. Now those spheres would be the individual marbles, and as you look over the horizon of each of the spheres, the different size spheres are the different colours that you see. So red being one of the more rare colours, because the bigger spheres give you the red colours. Now in the case of opal, the spheres, approximately, I think it's 40,000 or 20,000, can fit on a full stop. So we're talking minute, absolutely minute silica spheres, and the different colours are the different shades. Fire opal, a lot here, a double strand, £11.95, should be around the £20 mark, £11.95. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful colours. If you, I don't think we have too many of these, so please, if you want to, I love that. Do you know what? She went off to grab the ruby, and I've just seen Alison staff collecting studio. So you got these as well. She's gone off to buy the ruby, and she's only going to grab some of these as well. We've opened the floodgates. £11.95, 135 carats of fire opal plain small nuggets, 2x1 to 9x1 millimetres on an 82 centimetre strand. If you want to get involved in those, please do pop one of those into your basket now. Great price, great deal, great colours. That graduation of colours, those cool whites all the way through to the golden yellows, all the way through to the reds, beautiful crimsons. That is amazing, absolutely amazing. Alison, they're coming, all right? Don't panic. Don't panic. You're all right. You're all right. You know, you went out to get. You grabbed these as well, then. Yeah, Mike, I can tell. I can see your name come up on the screen.
Depends whether my husband's watching or not.
Yeah. Oh, no.
No,
Alison, you can grab it.
To be fair, he doesn't mind.
Congratulations if you're on the line. You got these: Marion, Joan, Surrey, Norma, Kathleen, Margaret, Pat, Stephanie, another Kathleen there. You've got Soiree, you've got Morag, Pamela, Sandra, Veronica, and Alison staff collecting studio. Michelle, the list goes on. The list goes on. £11.09. That's a double strand. A double strand. We can forgive her anything. She's so inspirational. There we go, Alison.
Bless you.
There you go.
Bless you.
There you go. £11.95. Gorgeous. Right. Doing the ruby. Doing the ruby.
I'll just be a minute.
Right. A strand of ruby. A strand of ruby. This is, when we talk about sapphires, we talk about allochromatic gem, any colours. Every single colour except for red, because red is your ruby, or Ratnaraj, the king of gems. This strand, 190 carats. You're looking at high pressure, high temperature, high heat. You're looking at a very dense gemstone. So again, the weight of the piece you can feel here, and lovely, rich ruby reds, 190 carats. Do you know why we've only got 11? Because Alison's just grabbed hers. And that is 190 carats. Like I said, these are considered beautiful colour. And do you know what? Really good consistency of colour as well between these pieces. Every single one, gorgeous consistency of colour. 7mm rounds. This is another one of our high-end strands. So we've had the chrome diopside earlier on in the day. I think Alison was at a you got that one, haven't you? You've already got the chrome diopside. Yeah. And then the ruby, the second sort of high-end strand that we've got. Got those. This got one of these as well now. Chrome diopside going to be sitting alongside the ruby going, what can I do? What can I do? Again, if I just quickly count these, if I double those up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So again, approximately 50 of each individual one. I only started off with 12, and at the moment we've got 3 confirms, and most of the rest of them are in baskets already waiting to be checked out. This is last of stock on the ruby. Every single one we have available is on your screen. Every single one. Sammy, guest designer, those rubies are sensational, stunning, loving the show, guys. Thanks, Sammy.
See you tomorrow, Sunday.
See you tomorrow, Sunday.
Sunday.
Note to self, someone tell Alison what day it is when we come off it. Right, she's going to sit in the car park for a day. $99.95, 190 carats. Like I say, these are a little bit more considered, but 190 carats of ruby. These are genuine rubies. These are not created gems. These are not simulated gems. These are genuine rubies that you are looking at. And you've got approximately 50 of these. 50 of these available. You can get you in if you're getting the pieces, you've got the stock, and you're looking to go that little bit higher end. $99.95, a full strand, 50 rubies. 50 individual rubies, £99.95. You know, and when you break it down, £2 a ruby, you know, it's a great price. Break it down to individual pieces of jewellery that you're going to make. You know, that is crazy. Your rubies, your central piece of maybe a pendant. Of course, what lends it to naturally is a pair of ruby earrings, isn't it? Ruby drop earrings. I'll tell you what, these go lovely with those seed garnets. Yeah. Little seed dropper garnets. And the bales. Silver bales. Yeah, and the sterling silver bales from earlier on as well. With the garnets. $99.95. Your opportunity, your chance. What do you think, Alan? What are you going to do with this? Got any ideas?
I have.
Because you did leave rather quickly when you found out these were coming on.
Yeah, but if you don't, you miss them.
Yeah.
I've been there before and I've missed it. And it's like, oh, no. Well, I'm going to make a ring.
Lapis lazuli springs to mind today.
Yeah, I know. I should have. We were in the middle. And
I know, sorry about that. 4 of these left, by the way.
I'm going to make a ring.
Yeah.
But I fancy doing just 1 or maybe 2 with a little bit of very delicate wire work. So maybe a little 0.25 with 0.8, just a little, just around it, sort of almost caging it, but so as you're not hiding much of it. Just a little spiral round it as a little tiny delicate pendant with a set of matching earrings.
Nice.
Because I'll probably just use sterling with that and the chrome diopside. Mix with the chrome diopside with a few of them. Because I think the green of the chrome diopside and that will go beautifully together, absolutely beautifully together. I fancy doing quite an elaborate wirework piece and then using them as accents, almost like I've done, but not quite so formal. So you've used them, they're big enough. Sometimes what we've had mainly has been smaller. Yeah. Because you know they are considered purchase.
Ruby.
And they're rubies.
These are one of the 4 precious gemstones. Remember, rubies, emeralds, sapphires, and diamonds.
Yeah.
This is one of the 4 big ones that you're looking at here.
they'll be but they're substantial.
Yeah.
Those
yeah,
are,
yeah.
you know, an 8mm bead is
Yeah.
a substantial bead, and it will show. So I quite fancy doing one of my scroll pieces with it.
Yeah.
With some of those, with some silver wire.
I mean, remember, you're around the 4 carat. My maths right? You're around no, what is it? How many carats would that be then? Yeah, so you're around the 4 carat, 190
Yeah.
carats in total. So you're around the 4 carat mark per gem. Sorry, I doubt
Yeah.
my maths because I'm not very good at maths.
Right.
But yeah, around the 4 carat mark, just under 4 carats. So I mean, it's, you know, it's a very good carat weight when you're looking at, and you can put that on your pieces as well. You know, if you want to err on the side of caution, say over 3 carats.
Yeah.
You know, say over 3 carats each ruby. So if you've got a pair of earrings, that's a 6 carat pair of earrings.
Absolutely.
You know.
So how much would on the other side? How much would a sterling silver?
You made me sound like a clairvoyant for a minute there.
And 4 carats on the dark side.
I mean,
4 carats.
4
ruby
carats is. I mean, these are 2. You know, you're looking at 2 pounds a gemstone.
Yeah.
If not in a million years, you know, not in a million years would you see it anywhere near that sort of price. Amazing. There's one of those left. One of those left. That is absolutely crazy. See, when you said about the necklace,
Yeah.
I couldn't do 2. I'd have to do 3. I don't know why.
Well,
Why is that? Why am I saying that? It's a classic trilogy, isn't it?
because
of
a
course?
lot of nature, a lot of times when you see flowers, they're in uneven numbers.
Right.
So you
Yep.
have 5 petals.
Yep.
You do have some things with 4 petals, but they tend to be 5, 7, 11.
Yep.
It's a natural way of doing
Yeah.
it. I'd do a duo, but I wouldn't do 4. I'd do 3 or 5.
Yeah.
Or I would do a pair.
Right. So we're. Oh, okay. Here we go. We're off. I closed the drawer, so if it suddenly goes horribly wrong. Don't panic. Yeah, I got it. I just can't get it out. There we go. Oh, I've not. They easily said we don't see these very often. I've never seen them. So, wow. Okay, Alison, you're going to have to help me out here.
Put my glasses back on then. Oh right, yeah. These are fairly new for us. They're great. They're just a starter for 10, and you can build on them.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So you could quite easily just wire a gemstone into each of those loops.
Yep.
And be done. You could use it as a, if you've got the two bracelet ones next to each other, and
Yep.
you start wiring across and putting beads across.
Yeah.
You've got
Yep.
a cuff
Yep.
between the 2 of them.
Do we have a measurement on these? Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you in old money as well. It's 2.5 inches. So 2.5 inches in just slightly over 2.5 inches internal diameter for the big ones.
You could,
65 millimetre.
oh yeah, you could go to town on them. You
Yeah.
really could go to town on them. You can imagine doing like a charm bracelet, but having that as the fixed point of a bangle and having it all dangling off. It doesn't have to be just one little thing, but it's a fantastic thing for a starter as well.
It's amazing.
Absolutely brilliant. If you're getting
got a
started
little
in
pattern
it.
just on the metalwork in there as well. I don't know if you can see that. There goes just a little interweaving pattern on there as well. So those are your bangles, and then we have your earrings. There's only one of the ruby strands left, by the way. Only one of the ruby strands left. And then you have your earrings, similar design, of course. And then you've got the drop on there, and an adjustable ring on that one. I'm glad you said that in my ear, because I was thinking.
There's a bit missing.
I was like, I don't quite know what that is, but an adjustable ring. There we go. So you can have some pieces coming off there. That would be like I've seen a similar design with the BB beads sort of on the top, isn't it? Almost like 3 little charms.
Yeah.
On just coming off each of those.
But yeah, but again, you could use it. You could use it with the bracelet and have like a slave bracelet effect.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you could have
So that's that sort of look, isn't it? With
some
the bracelet.
chain and wire going up, yeah.
With
so
the
you
bracelet
connect
on there.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could use that as a basis. It's a good base to wire into, so it doesn't have to be just the 3 holes. You can wire a whole thing into it.
Okay, yeah.
Use your twister tool, have wire coming off it, displaying. They're great. They're a great basis for things.
so you get the bracelet, the one size fits all, so 2 bracelets, the one size fits all basically ring, and the pair of earrings there as well. £17.95, gold plated over brass. That your set of bangles and earrings. That is that's £3.59 a piece. £3.59 a piece on that. And gorgeous, and it's like gilt. It's like gold gilt, isn't it? There's a real good sparkle to that. Really nice bright shine. Is it gilt or gilding?
Gilt.
It is gilt, isn't it? Yeah,
you gild something, but it's gilt, isn't it?
Gild the lily.
Indeed.
Oh yes.
Hey.
Right. Hi, Alison. What would you charge for a pair of ruby earrings? Sorry, with just 2 stones. With just 2 stones, please.
With sterling silver. Gosh. Now I've never sold any ruby earrings, but you'd have to be looking at £15–20 easy for one pair. I would have thought probably more. I tend to find I'm quite conservative because of where I live.
Yeah.
I forget you're selling worldwide.
I think
so £20 would be a conservative estimate. You'd probably be looking at more, depending on if you've just put them on a head pin, on an earring wire. You've got to be looking at £20 for a pair. If you've done some more elaborate wire work with them, then you're up in your price.
You know, I mean, if you've got
minimum.
6 carats as well on those, you know, I mean, it's a huge carat.
Yeah.
When you think of the sort of money that you pay for 6 carats in a precious gemstone, you know, any precious gemstone, let alone ruby. Right, next up. Your wonderful pearls, beautiful pink pearls. Your gorgeous pink pearls, full strand of pink. They always, I always look at these and I think these are a piece of jewellery before you even start a strand of pearls.
No.
Isn't it?
But you see, I'd do that as well. Your pink pearls, one of those rubies in the middle of them, sterling silver findings. You've got to be looking at £40–50.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yep.
Probably more.
Gorgeous. Right, we've got a crazy price. Crazy price on these. Are you ready? Hold on to your hats, everybody. These are going to go. These are going to go. Peach Baroque freshwater cultured pearls, 10x9. These are big pearls.
That's nice.
Are you missing like? Are you missing a number off there by any chance? £17.95. I could understand. How many of these have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. Right, 34 divided by 8. Or 8 divided by 34, I mean, sorry. 8 divided by 34. What does that work out at? Because that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. 23 pence.
Now a pair of pearl earrings, which I have sold, unlike the rubies, which I probably should give more thought to. Pair of pearl earrings on sterling silver findings, 1 pearl, simple drop, a £5.
23 pence. Do you know that these you're looking at you know, a couple of years at least for these to be created? Because again, it's something like a year a millimetre. For these to be created with, because these are cultured. It's something like 1 in 1,000 oysters has a pearl occurring naturally. So thank goodness for cultured pearls. That's all I can say. Because if we didn't have them, you can imagine the sort of price. These are yours for 23 pence per £7.85. That is crazy. May I just say that's approximately 23 pence, because obviously I'm counting this strand here. You might have some slightly larger ones on some of the etc. etc. So £7.95. 0800 644 655. Lots of people got these in their basket. Check them out. Make sure you don't lose out on those. It's a big strand of your cultured pearls. And again, love the look. All the rubies have gone. You were lucky.
I know.
You were lucky, Alison. Hey, look at that. Hey, look at that. Do you know what? £7.95 for a French Baroque freshwater culture pearl, 10x9 millimetres on those. Beautiful pinks. Beautiful pinks. Pop this in your basket. Check them out. Do not miss out. Box number 12, green apatite, for the word apateo, meaning to deceive, because it's been mistaken for other gemstones many a time. And the apatite we've got in at the moment is gorgeous quality, wonderful greens, very delicate greens. Apatite comes in many different colours, so you can have your green as you see here. You can also have your Paraiba blues. You can have your wonderful sort of, when I say blues, there's subtle little nuances of blues, from your lighter blues to your gorgeous darker blues in here, and then of course you have that classic neon Paraiba. And apatite really does mimic all those colours, all those different colours. In this case, the green apatite is, it's the clarity of these that I like. I don't know how close we can get on there, but you can see this wonderful glow, this beautiful sort of effervescent glow. I mean, have a look at that in the light. And I always say as well, we're here in the studio, so we've got all these fluorescent lights to shine on us, to make us, the presenters, look good. But unfortunately, sometimes they wash out some of the gems. So that's why we have simulated daylight in, as you can see on our camera there. And that is when you get that glow. So a lot of these pieces, you see, and I think that's why it's been so popular, not just here, but on gems, on rocks as well, is because, you know, it's always about, I don't want to get this around the wrong way, it's always about under promise and over deliver. And I think that is what makes it so beautiful, genuine gemstones, because you get this home expecting a certain gemstone, you get this home expecting that certain color, and then if I show you this one in the studio, you see that there, and it's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely gorgeous. But then if we see it in the simulated daylight, in the other camera shot that we saw before, that glow, that wonderful glow, and that's the beauty of natural gemstones. They all have these natural, you know, they all have little nuances to them. Andesite has little copper platelets in it. You know, moonstone has small fibers below the surface of the gemstone. You know, rubies have chromium. The apatite, the wonderful apatite, gives you this almost like a neon glow to it. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and it's different. You know, you say you could have a whole show of green gemstones. Well, isn't that a bit boring, just in all green gemstones? Well, no, because every single gemstone with the different minerals that are present give you a different colour, give you a different nuance, different tone to it. $14.95, and we're not staying there. We're not staying there. After that, here I am waffling away. We're not staying there. £9.95. £9.95. Under £10, £9.95. If you've already got this in, well done. Amazing opportunity, amazing price on that. Good strand as well, from 3.1 to 4.3 millimeters on this. So a wonderful graduation of colours. £9.95. 0800 644 655 if you want to get hold of this green apatite from Africa. 55 carats, 55 individual carats. Danielle, Johan, congratulations to you. Jenny, Elizabeth, Carol, Pat, and Chris. If you're on the line, you've got a phone in your hand. Please confirm. Because at £9.95, you won't want to miss out on that at all. Beautiful colour, absolutely beautiful colour. £9.95. So again, if you've got that in your basket, don't forget to check it out. Don't forget to check it out. Next, now for something completely different.
Uh-huh. Are you a fan?
Lapis stars.
Ooh.
Am I a fan?
Fan, yeah.
Of?
Monty Python.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was another something completely
different.
I do, but I'm a bit mainstream Monty Python. I don't really know any of the you know, the class. I know the classics. Yeah, but apart from that, I'm not really. Sorry about that, Alison. I've gone down in the estimations. This is Lapis lazuli. Just as a word of warning, the last Lapis lazuli auction, we had 85 available, all gone. All gone. We've only got 17 of these. I'm just having a quick drink out of my Lapis mug. It's not a Lapis mug, by the way.
Wow.
Just in case.
Wow, that'd be... Could you imagine
Feed
that?
me grapes and bring me my Lapis mug.
I'm just having my drinks out of my gemstone mug. Wow.
I made this myself.
On my lathe.
Yeah. Wirework mug. See if you can make a waterproof wirework mug. That's your mission for next time.
I might need a bit of resin.
This is lapis lazuli, your puffy stars. So again, the iron content within the lapis, that lovely little golden flash from within these beautiful blues, gorgeous puffy stars. You have got your drill hole through the center there. So nice little drop if you want to add these to a design, put these alongside some wire work. If you want to drop these off a pair of earrings, again, just something a little bit different, something to break it up, doesn't it? There, if if you're looking to get away from the classic ovals, from the rounds, from the rectangles, only 5 of these. God, they didn't last, did they? Only 5 of these left. Only 5 of these left. £8.95. £8.95. You want to get hold of those, 800 644 655. Once again, they are going to go. We only had, was it 17 of those we had? Only 17 of those. So again, they're going to sell out. Only 5 of those left. Well done. Well done on those. We're going to turquoise. Your turquoise. Your turquoise, which again, good size. Beautiful colour, absolutely gorgeous colour. Oh, 100 metres, 100 metres, if you can't read that, $14.95. $14.95, it's a bit bigger on your screen. I was looking at my own dent, I'm like that. I'm getting a bit, everything looks bigger on TV. I've been doing no carb January, I'll have you know, as well.
Have you?
Yeah. I say did. No, I've finished it now. I know January's not finished, but I finished no carb January. I had fish and chips the other night. This is, I'm a happier person for it. This is turquoise from China. Go perfectly with the purple wire. $14.95, 100 metres. Don't let it roll away from you. This is your turquoise that we're looking at here. 14 by 10 millimetres reconstituted turquoise, this is. So you've got here smaller amounts of turquoise brought back together. So it is natural turquoise that has been brought back together as this shape, so moulded into this shape. 14 by 10 millimetres, 250 carats. This is yours for $9.95. The colour is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. You've got that little matrix look to this as well. Remember, matrix is the host rock, the rock that the gemstone grows on. And here in the turquoise, you get these wonderful little cracklings, little pathways of your matrix that runs through here. $9.95. $9.95, 0800 644 655, a full strand. Let me see how many we have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. So around 28, approximately 28, 29 individual turquoise. What's that, 30 odd p each? 36p each. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, because they're good size. 14 by 10 millimetres on those. Again, if I put one of those on the back of my finger, sort of gives you an idea of the size of that. Very, very, very good size on those. And wonderful colour as well. Because every single one has this little bit of matrix in it as well. Very easy to match up, very easy to join up. Basically, any one of those could be a pair, or any one of those. I told you I wasn't very good at maths. Any 2 of those could be a pair. Any 2 of those could be a pair. £9.95. Turquoise, great price, great opportunity. If you want to get involved, do jump on that line. Do not miss out. Do not miss out, miss out, miss out. Now then, we're going to do something. Ooh. Ooh. I've not said, I would never. Wow. Fuchsia tiger's eye.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That is amazing. That is gorgeous. So we get we get tiger's eye, so genuine gemstone in the tiger's eye, and then you put this fuchsia dye on it, and look at the colour. Beautiful, beautiful colour. Excuse me, just having a quick cup of tea. That is, I love chatoyancy, or phenomena gems as they're called. Anything that gives you an unusual aspect to a gem, whether it be adventurescence for, say, Anderson, adventuring, whether it be chatoyancy like tiger's eye, asterism, your star effect. It is a gemstone that gives a phenomena, and that is a phenomena gemstone. And so the phenomena of tiger's eye is chatoyancy, and that's what you've got on here. But the wonderful colours, I've not seen this before, never ever seen this before. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Lovely.
Gorgeous, and you still get that chatoyancy. And what I find as well with dyed gemstones is, even with the dyed opal, it tends to almost enhance the play of colour that you get within it. And I don't really know what the science is behind that, but whenever we see, you know, I'm assuming you guys have like your Ethiopian blue opal and things like that over here, do you? It seems to be really good play of colour behind, sort of sitting behind the dye colour, isn't it? And same with this one here. Lovely chatoyancy effect, beautiful colours, and again, ridiculously good price on this. 80 carats of fuchsia tiger's eye, puffy ovals, 12 by 8 millimetres on these, 12 by 8 millimetres, 0800 624 655. Incredible opportunity, incredible deal. So many of these, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, over 30 of these available. And again, you can pair up, because they're a phenomena gem, you can pair up any two of these, and they're going to work as a pair. £6.95. £6.95. If you're on the line, then congratulations. We've got Lancashire, we've got West Lothian, Lanarkshire, Greater Manchester, Fife, Berkshire, Surrey, West Yorkshire, City of Bristol, Greater London, Aberdeenshire, the Northern Lights of Old Aberdeen. Sweet home to me, the Northern Lights of Aberdeen, oh, what I long to see. And congratulations. I used to do classical singing lessons. Did you? And my singing teacher was of Scottish heritage. So yeah, Rabbi Burns, a little bit of Rabbi Burns. £6.95, by the way. I digress. I'm sorry. £6.95. How many of these have we got? Okay, we've got 15 of these in baskets already, and we've got pieces sold. 15 have been checked out and 15 in baskets. £6.95. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on these. These are the sorts of pieces you think, do you have these very often? These?
No.
These sort of come along every now and again. They are incredible. They're halfway between red and pink, aren't they? That wonderful fuchsia colour that you expect. £6.99. If you have never owned one of these, I would say take a punt on these, because I think you're going to, if you love these on TV, again, that is this is one of the rare gemstones where you see what you're getting. The colour that you see is amazing. Beautiful colour. Had to get these. They will make beautiful flowers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful flowers. Is that the design with using these as petals?
Yeah, they could. They're amazing. And again, you can funk them up as well. But I put them with a nice black wire or an antique.
What? Sorry,
funk. F-U-N-K, not
funk.
Funk.
As in
funky.
funk.
Fank. I'm sorry. Fank.
Funk.
Funk. Make it funky. Maybe it's a northern thing.
I'm going to have a bath tonight. Funk. I thought that was a jewellery term.
What, funk?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't understand what you were saying. I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to learn something new here. No, learn absolutely nothing. Thanks.
Sorry.
Oh. Okay, we're going to take you to the T-bar now, and Alison's challenge.
Shalom.
Alison's challenge, which is black agate. Oh,
Amazing.
Look at these. Hearts and agate. Hearts and agate on these. 190 carats of your faceted hearts. 80 carats of blank agate. Oh, these are funky. Beautiful, beautiful colours. Wonderful jet black. Absolutely gorgeous jet black. A member of your chalcedony family. A quartz, cryptocrystalline quartz. Tiny crystals of quartz come together to make this one gorgeous red. I mean, the luster. You always get great luster off your black gemstones, and that is stunning. I mean, so very breakfast at Tiffany's, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Your jet black.
Very classy. Very, very classy.
Oh, so you've been given these. Alison's been given these at the beginning of the show. Is that the beginning of the show? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, beginning of the show. Do you know what? I get told that every time, and I forget. I completely forget, Alison. I'm sorry.
Don't apologise.
190 carats and 80 carats of the plain rounds. Again, 2 gorgeous strands. You can have both strands. Both strands for £8.95.
That's
£8.95. That's a buy one get one free, isn't it?
It's bargain.
It's a bargain. That is an absolute bargain. £8.95 to show you these individually. Again, it's one of those strands which is it's a piece of jewellery to start off with, isn't it? Look, a single piece of jewellery already without even doing anything. £8.95 for that would be incredible. Chuck into that faceted hearts, beautiful faceted hearts, and they're good size hearts on there as well. They're 14mm, so 1.4 centimetre hearts on there. You know, these are no wallflower pieces that you're looking at here. £8.95 for both strands. Ridiculous amount, absolutely ridiculous amount of gemstones for £8.95. Crazy price, absolutely crazy price, and gorgeous, gorgeous colours. Nighttime romance. A fine romance with no kisses. Going on with this strand because, of course, you've got the hearts. Congratulations, Pat in Lancashire, Mary in Lanarkshire, Belinda in Buckinghamshire, Carol in Oxfordshire, Erica in Cleveland, Carol in Greater London, Fran in Powers, well done to you, Margaret in Gwent, Claire in Surrey, Catherine in Essex. Get on the line. If you're on the web, pop them into your basket. Don't forget to check them out though. £8.95 for both strands. Both strands, £8.95. Crazy price.
Red wire.
Crazy price. Now we're going to do what, sorry?
Put your hearts with your red wire.
Oh,
Perfect.
Hearts with your red wire. Oh, there we go. We've done that red wire deal. Don't forget 100 metres of purple wire. Clearance price. What was that? $14.95. $14.95. 100 metres of purple wire on that. $14.95.
You cannot be serious.
We're going to do the 2 strands of obsidian, Snowflake obsidian. There was, do you know what? I never knew what the outcome of this because I thought this was formed in a certain way. And Hannah Oxbury said it was formed in another. Yeah, I know how obsidian was formed by lava flowing into water, basically, of some description, and it cools very quickly, makes this almost glass-like gemstone. The Snowflake obsidian, I believe that it was small bubbles underneath, which basically, as it bubbled up, they cooled. They didn't cool quick enough to escape from the obsidian. So you're left with this funny, incredible shape, this beautiful collection of shapes that you see on here. But what it is, I remember what the answer was now. I remember what the answer was now, because me and Hannah, gemstone gemologist Hannah, we... did you actually run that video but then? Can we do that again? Can we run that a little bit again and count it down when you're going to run it for me? Yeah. Okay. Now that's Hannah. incredibly knowledgeable lady about gemstones. And do you know what? We were both right. We both met in the middle, because it was the bubbles that form, and then within the bubbles, because Hannah said there was a certain crystal that grows. It's something Christoph or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, CHR, another gemstone that forms, and it's crystals that form within the air bubbles. So it's a mixture of both, and the white is the white of the crystals that form within the air bubbles, and that's what you see here. Gorgeous. I love the name. Too Cold to Snow. Too Cold to Snow. That is amazing. That is amazing. $7.95. Wrong type of leaves, wrong type of rain, Too Cold to Snow. Snowflake Obsidian, beautiful snowflake effect on this. £7.95 on that. Gorgeous colours, and your two different sizes as well. So you've got your seed beads and your very large round gemstones, your circles. Why am I calling them circles? They're rounds, just rounds, aren't they? I was looking for something more than what it was. Rounds is what they are. So very, very nice indeed. Your smaller ones are faceted rounds, and your other ones are your plain rounds. But 430 carats at $7.95. Have I said the price, or have I just been rattling on about Snowflake? Well then, sorry, I do get a little bit carried away with my gemstones, Alison.
You're passionate about the
I am passionate about my gemstones. I do love my gemstones. At £7.95. $7.95. Amazing. Right, we've got time for one more. We're going to box number 15. She's a Rodinite on the floor. This is your Rodinite. Rodinite's an interesting gemstone, very difficult to facet because the crystals grow like that. So the crystals grow like that, so very difficult to get a polished edge on it. But you've done an amazing. I mean, look at it, it's like marble, almost like marble. So what was that? Okay, we are limited on this. Limited, only 23 available. Only 23 available. This is a rare gemstone. You know, when it comes to faceting Rodinite, okay, there are literally 3 Brazilian men that fascinate our road. I don't think we've had any for a while. I know that sounds ridiculous. There are 3 Brazilian men that fascinate our Rodinite, and that's because we had Rodinite. We brought it here and we tried to facet it ourselves, and we couldn't do it because it's a certain technique. So with the faceted Rodinite, not JewelleryMaker side, but on the other side with the faceted gemstones in the rings, we actually left it to the guys in Brazil to facet themselves. 470 carats. Plain rounds. We had 23. How many in the baskets? Those in baskets already. 11 of those in baskets as well. I've just seen Hannah Roxbury walks past. She wasn't very happy. Just thought I'd put that out there. If anybody's watching, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. All right. £7.95. £7.95. Gorgeous pinks. I love that subtle, delicate pink. And again, it's almost like the matrix of the turquoise that you're seeing here. That's a crazy price. I've got people. Okay, Anne's brought 2. Margaret's brought 2. Jenny's brought 2. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. They're going to go. By the way, coming up, talking about pinks, we've got a kunzite strand coming up tomorrow. I'm going to tell you a bit about that before we go. Follow me. Kunzite tea. That wasn't me glugging then, just by the way. All right, Alison?
I am, are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Well done. How long have we got? 2 minutes? Right. Alison, fill us in. What you done?
I went a bit ring crazy because a lady asked me on the internet, and I've forgotten your name, please. It's been one of those shows, I forgot everything. About doing...
Forgot my name, I've been here 4 hours.
about doing rings with a bigger wire. So this is all these rings, everything's been made with the 1.25 wire. Yep. So this happened to be silver, the gold, we've had gold on the show, we've had it in the kit, all these could be done with it, and these gemstones were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Aren't they gorgeous? It's
amazing.
Again, less is more, isn't it?
Yeah.
Classic with the black there. Less is more. That is, and don't forget, we've had loads of wire deals coming at you throughout the show as well. Are the black agates still available? still available, so you can still come in and get this. But lovely. Have you done all these during the show? Do you know what? Do you know what? And a pair of earrings there as well.
You see how simple are those earrings?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're looking at fiver.
Just using that technique that we've been saying. With
yeah. Just simple little loops. 125 wire. And the 125 wire goes through the heart. How amazing is that? 125 wire.
The 1.25 goes through the heart. Is that right?
Yeah. I haven't tried it on the smaller beads. I don't know that it would go on the rounds, but it does go on through the heart.
I love those designs. I do love those. And again, you know, have you just done that freehand the heart in there? Have you? That's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And that's why Alison is here giving you design inspiration, inspiring you. Don't forget tomorrow. We have your kunzite. And what was? Can we give a price? Can we give a hint on price? So say it again in my ear. Under £30 for a strand of kunzite. That's coming up tomorrow. And also, don't forget the deal today. The purple wire. What was that? $14.95 for 100 metres. We've also got the black agate with us still available. Can I just say, Alison, it's been amazing.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. It has been great pleasure. I can't wait to come in here and do another show with you. I'm on again tomorrow as well, so I'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Amazing stuff, beautiful pieces, as always here on JewelleryMaker. I'll see you later. From us, it's goodbye.
Goodbye. If you just tuned in, I'm Ali DeVoy. You may have thought from the way Drew finished the show with Alison Tarry that was it over for another day, but I've got the whole late show coming up for you. If you've just tuned in, I'm Ali DeVoy. It's really